Humanitarian aid is now pouring in, including hundreds of truckloads of food, medical equipment, and other supplies, much of it paid for by people in this room.
He held a summit with world leaders in Egypt. Robert Berger reports from Jerusalem. Hopes are high.
The fact that the hostages are back, that the war is finally ending, that reservists are going to be able to get out and get back to their jobs. I think people are hoping that maybe life can gradually get back to normal and that the nation can rebuild.
But correspondent Nancy Cordes reports from Sharm el-Sheikh the next steps will not be easy.
There is so much left to be worked out when it comes to this fledgling peace deal between Israel and Hamas. Everything from what kind of international stabilization force could be created in order to help keep the peace in Gaza, the steps by which Israel would slowly pull its troops out of Gaza and the conditions under which Israel would be comfortable doing that. How would members of Hamas hand over their weapons and to whom? These are all nuts and bolts of this peace deal that still need to be worked out.
A nor'easter is causing coastal flooding from the mid-Atlantic to New England. Flights have been canceled. CBS's Rob Marciano along the Jersey shore.
Winds very gusty. They've been gusting to near 60 miles an hour. This storm will slowly move out to sea, but before it does that, we have a pivotal high tide later on this afternoon that will cause inland flooding, not just here on the beaches, but in some communities just a bit inland.
In western Alaska, dozens of people were rescued after remnants of a typhoon brought hurricane-force winds and flooding so severe it carried away homes. Some people remain unaccounted for. Analysts are warning that holiday hiring may suffer from economic uncertainty, but Jason Brooks reports Amazon will buck the trend.
The e-commerce giant announced it's going to hire 250,000 full and part-time and seasonal workers this holiday season, with Amazon matching its seasonal hiring plans from the previous 2 years. Most major retailers have yet to announce their holiday hiring plans, but UPS, the largest package delivery company, also matched its 2024 hiring plans, looking to hire 100,000 workers for the upcoming season.
A new report says hiring elsewhere could be at the lowest levels in more than a decade. On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive. See why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
And the Mariners continue their magical ride in Canada. We'll get you ready for first pitch after Lori at the real-time traffic desk.
Traffic is brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. 405 northbound right at Sunset, an accident just cleared. Your drive Renton to Bellevue, just 15 minutes right now. We have another collision. Looks like it's at the it's northbound I-5 near Tumwater Boulevard, and it's looks like it's just causing a little bit of a slowdown before you get to that 101 slowdown. Westbound 18 after Issaquah Hobart, we have a collision in the left lane, a little bit of slowdown in both directions of 18 in Covington, which is a little bit farther away from that accident. On the West Seattle Bridge, a little bit of a slowdown as you're heading towards West Seattle. Seattle to Federal Way, 22 minutes now, and Seattle to Linwood, 15 minutes. A little bit of a slowdown at Bellevue to Seattle on I-90, a 4-minute delay, and 520, just a 12-minute drive. And I'm not sure I mentioned this, a high wind advisory on the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Lake Washington Windows has been voted best in the Northwest to celebrate. Save 25% off new windows through October and defer payment for the next 12 months. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. No rest for the Mariners. They are on to Game 2 in Toronto. They hold a 1-0 series lead now over the Blue Jays.
Swinging a ground ball right side and through for a base hit. Here comes Randy on to score from third. Down to second goes Julio and Jorge Polanco. Mr. Timely coming through with another RBI single.
Well, today the Mariners are giving the ball to starting pitcher Logan Gilbert. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey with details on the official watch party.
After an emotional hangover from Friday night's division series, Game 5 win.
I mean, this is... it's crazy.
Fans can watch the championship series, Game 2 against the Blue Jays for free at Victory Hall across the street from T-Mobile Park, featuring a 23-foot big screen TV, food, wine, and beer, prize giveaways, including autographed baseballs and jerseys. Mariner Moose will also be there. First pitch is 2:03. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Now, you will not be hearing or seeing this message at SeaTac Airport.
We will continue to do all that we can to avoid delays that will impact your travel. And our hope is that Democrats will soon recognize the importance of opening the government.
That is Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem blaming Democrats for the federal government shutdown. Officials at SeaTac say it's too political for their screens. The message started airing at other airports last Thursday. A 5-minute brawl inside the Thurston County Jail left several deputies hurt. KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger with details.
The sheriff says it started when one inmate put another into a chokehold, refused to let go. Corrections deputies jumped in to stop it, but the inmate fought back. One deputy had their knee twisted under the inmate's body weight. A sergeant chipped a tooth during the struggle. The inmate was originally booked for domestic violence. Now they face a new charge, assaulting a corrections officer.
No employees were hurt after an ammonia leak at a frozen fish facility in Burlington. The company Scholar says it is investigating the cause. Air quality is being monitored there. Operations will not resume until it is safe. Weather now brought to you by State Roofing. And exteriors, we are looking at mostly clear skies today. A couple of clouds, but also lots of sunshine as well with highs in the upper 50s. More of the same for tomorrow. Right now, 55 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Behold, a fiendish masterpiece from the bowels of hell! Yeah. Mondays, boy, I hate Mondays. They make me so steamed. Weekends, I go for the weekends! Son of a
Happy Monday, October 13th, 2025. Jake Skorheim here, Spike O'Neill there.
Hey, buddy. Wow.
Oh, my goodness. What a weekend, Spike. What a weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
Just winning after winning after winning after winning. Name a sports team in Seattle that didn't win. You can't do it.
Can't do it.
Unbelievable weekend.
For you Cougs who live in the greater western half of the Great Northwest, I understand a bold attempt to you played a tough game against Mississippi and lost 24-21, but you lost.
Yeah, but I said Seattle.
I'm with you.
Team Seattle.
I'm with you.
But we love the Cougs.
Oh, we love the
I went
Cougs.
to WSU for a short time.
I know. That's why I bring it up.
Okay. We got to get right into it. First things first, obviously there's a game 2 today, which starts in, I believe, 2 hours. It was originally supposed to start at 1 o'clock, and now it's starting at 2 o'clock. That game's going to be live over on 710 Seattle Sports. We understand that many of you are going to be listening to that, but for the first 2 hours of the show, in anticipation of you leaving us at 2, we expect that you'll make up that extra time that you would have listened to us for the last hour, and you'll apply it to the first 2 hours of the show.
I like this. This is good.
We expect you to be here the entire time. Another thing we need to work out, Spike. I like to have the game on in the studio, but let me ask you this: did you watch any of the ALDS 15-inning win Friday night as it was happening live?
Not a minute. Not a minute. I may have watched the entirety of game through replay and clips. Believe me, I spent hours and hours enjoying Friday night and Saturday. That historic, longest winner-take-all game in postseason history.
I was exhausted after watching.
It's a roller coaster ride.
Did you guys have that same experience? Were you guys as tired as I was after it?
I got a great night's sleep. I didn't have any. I checked with my cardiologist. My ticker's doing great.
My blood pressure was so high.
I don't know how.
Inning after inning after inning. There was 2 men on, 0 outs, and then it didn't happen for him. And finally, everybody's crediting Humpy with a salmon. That's silly salmon race. No, honestly, did you see that? They came out. They did a second run in the 15th inning, which they would never do because they never go 15 innings. Humpy ends up winning for the first time ever. The crowd goes wild. I do wonder if some of that energy then just got its way into the players and said, hey, you know what? We're here. This is the 15th inning. Let's get this done. Let's close this out.
I firmly believe the home field advantage that's why the league gives the best record, the home field advantage of scheduling in the postseason. Fans matter. Energy matters.
Yeah.
And after almost 5 hours, 15 innings, I'm with you wholeheartedly that second salmon run and Humpy's first win of the season, which is I just find hilarious.
So this is exciting. we're talking with Humpy. Not Humpy, but Humpy has a handler. Humpy's a fish, so he can't speak.
Ish, yeah.
But we are talking with his handler at the Mariners.
Really?
And we're hoping to get him in studio either today, sometime during the show today, or in the next day or so.
Okay.
He's a national star right now.
Sure.
Overnight,
How could
becomes
you
an
not be?
international star.
You're the difference maker.
So we have a lot of stuff to get to today. A lot of stuff. At 1 o'clock, we have great news. You guys have probably already heard about this, but I just want to tease ahead to it right now. The Monroe Reptile Zoo, which was going to close, which was in danger of closing. We highlighted this guy. He came on the show, and he told us all about they were closing out. He brought in a giant snake, which I'm deathly afraid of snakes, and I still wrapped it around my neck because I didn't know.
You stepped up, buddy. You did what you had to do.
Isaac Peterson from the Reptile Zoo, he's coming back today with good news. They're not closing down now.
Yeah.
The response from the public has been so massive. They are now able to see a future going forward. And so at least for the time being, they're going to keep their doors open. Public demand for what they're doing is through the roof, which is fantastic because it's a really cool, unique experience. And so it's going to be open at least for the foreseeable future. So we invited him back to celebrate. He's going to bring another mystery animal. I'm not going to say what it is.
Okay.
But it has large teeth. And you and I get to hold this thing at 1 o'clock. So if you guys want to tune in at 1 o'clock.
Looking forward to it.
We'll see which one of us is going to have the courage to hold this and maybe even cuddle it. We'll find out. So that's going to be at 1 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, real fast, we got to work this out because we actually do have a dilemma. I watch the games as part of my superstition.
Sure. Yeah.
I at least have them on in the studio because I want to make sure that I'm there to support the team. I'm wearing the same shirt I have been the last 2 wins. You don't watch the games.
Right.
We're at an impasse.
It seems to be working for me. You know, that kind of energy that I'm bringing is I found that every time I watched a game this year, they lost.
Yeah.
I tried numerous times.
You did. We had a live game on the air. What was it, Thursday?
Yeah, Game 4.
Game 4? Was that Thursday or was that Wednesday of last week? Whenever it was Game 4.
I think it was Thursday.
It was Wednesday because they had a travel day.
Travel day and Friday was Game 5. That's right.
So it was
Wednesday.
Game 4 on Wednesday of last week.
Because Game 2, they played after our show ended.
Yep.
And I didn't watch it, and they won. I missed Dump It Here guy.
So I forced you to watch during the show. I didn't force you, but you occasionally you looked up and sneaked a peek.
Well, I'll call it what
the temptation was too much.
Yeah, lack of self-control. For the first hour of the game, probably, I averted my eyes and didn't watch the TV. And then as they took a little bit of a lead, I got lazy. I indulged myself to glance up.
Yeah, when they went up 3-0, you thought, all right, it's in the bag.
I caught a stare. And next thing you know, they're 3-3, they're 5-3, they're 7-3, they're not.
Dark.
Yeah.
So we don't want that to happen again.
Right.
But we also want to, we're paying into the superstitions that we both have about the game. I think I have a solution.
Is it me leaving it too? Because I'm willing to do that for you.
Well, no,
I'm willing to do that for you.
I think you should still stay here.
I think so too.
I don't think you should leave.
I don't either.
That's interesting. You're just coming up with this now. That's an interesting idea.
How do we solve this?
Is there a version where I leave it too? No.
How do we solve this? Because I honestly love these guys. This is a great ride. I don't want to jinx it.
I've got it.
Other studio?
No, I don't want you out of the studio.
Okay.
It's good vibes when we're near each other.
I agree. I like this.
What if we put a mask on you? What if we just blind you?
That's great. Oh, that's brilliant.
With the last hour, we'll just blind you.
I can hear. And we don't have the sound on in the studio because we just have a visual.
See it.
Yeah.
And
this is great.
So the last hour of the show, are you willing to do that? I don't want to take your eyesight away from you, but are you willing to do that?
I've often said I could do this job blindfolded. Let's prove it. Let's prove it.
Yeah.
No, it's just
people text us all the time. So they go, Spike blind?
Audio.
Is he deaf?
Well, if I was deaf, it wouldn't work.
That's true.
But I don't need to hear to do radio. No.
In fact,
this is great.
Once that sense goes away, you should get better at all your other senses.
I've heard that they heightens other senses. I've often heard that.
So we'll find a mask between now and 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So that you can put on. So the final hour, you'll just be blind that whole hour. And if you're comfortable doing that,
I can do that. And it's just not. It's just not watching the game.
Yeah.
I can take it off, avert my eyes, walk out of the room, avoid the television. But when I sit here, they put the game right in my face.
Yeah, I can let you know when you can take it off for commercial breaks.
There you go. Perfect.
Great. All right. So you'll just be blind for the last hour. That'll be great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is great.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. This is awesome.
All right. We got a lot of stuff to get to. We just I'm not even sure how to cover this. Cal had a 60-second homer in Toronto. There was all of this talk ahead of the game, and this isn't going to be an entire sports day, but I do have to highlight this because it was one of those moments that became very viral. So Cal is up. It's the top of the 6th. The game is kind of a little stagnant. I mean, it was great pitching. The Mariners pitching staff is just phenomenal. And we're so fortunate. But the hitting wasn't, it was okay, but it wasn't quiet. The offense was not much.
Well, I mean, because like I said, I watched hours and hours and hours
After
of
the fact.
highlights.
Yeah.
After the fact. Bryce Miller's the first pitch of the game.
First pitch of the game.
Toronto goes yard.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's-
first pitch. These guys scored like 19 runs in the two games the games they won against New York.
Annihilated the Yankees.
And he's got to be thinking like, oh my god.
And you went, here it comes. But that wasn't the case. So great pitching. Bryce Miller figured it out, and he calmed down and did great. Aside from that one hit, which was really their only offense.
That was it.
So there was a moment in the game where Cal Raleigh gets up and he switches up and he's hitting left-handed. And there was a guy behind him, and I can't even really describe this guy on the air because it's not family friendly, and we're a family friendly show.
Right.
He has taken off his sweatshirt, which he obviously wore so that he could get
into the
entry
game.
into the Rogers Center.
Thank you.
He gets into the game. He takes the sweatshirt off, so he's standing right behind the frame. It's perfect view of a national audience, and he has something on his shirt that is so inappropriate.
Yeah.
And it's a very specific reference to Cal Raleigh. It has the number 29 on the item.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what the item is, but I'm going to say it's a very adult item.
Yes, it is.
And if I would have to think if they saw him wearing this shirt on his way in, they probably would have had something to say about it.
Can I kind of describe it, be carefully and respectfully with regard to the...
Please be mindful of the children who might be listening with their parents.
He had a lava lamp on his shirt.
It looked like a lava lamp.
Does that give a shape to people?
It gives a shape.
It wasn't a lava lamp.
When I first saw it, I was like, is that a chess piece?
That's what I thought too.
I was like, is that a pawn? What is that?
It might be a
Is
bishop.
that a rook?
Might be
A
a bishop. Might be a bishop.
It does look like a bishop.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It's an item that's as far as we can go to describe it. It's
an
disgusting.
adult.
It's an adult item. It was a disgusting thing to wear. He did it to get under Cal Raleigh's skin.
Yeah.
And
with number 29 on it.
It had number 29
Right?
on it.
Yeah.
It's the antithesis of the Big Dumper shirt. You remember the Big Dumper shirt in Detroit? The guy had the dump 61 here. Cal hits it to the guy who's in the center field. This guy's literally right behind a home plate wearing this item on his shirt. It's clearly meant to get inside Cal's head. And Cal steps up to the plate, and it was just poetic justice to watch this guy's face completely melt as Cal Raleigh smashes a home run to break the game open, and really he kind of opens the floodgates and changes the momentum of the game with one swing.
The 2-2 to Cal. Swung on, blasted, right field. This is gonna go. It is gone. Whoops. Cal Raleigh. Oh, Canada. A solo home run.
what he said? Oh, Canada?
Game
That's funny.
is tied. Cal has invaded Canada again, and he has done it. It's a brand new ball game. It's 1-1 in the 6th inning. A monster blast by Cal Raleigh.
All right, so that evened the game up. Suddenly it felt like a new thing.
And before the
then
inning was over, they added another run in that 6th.
They added another one, and then they obviously won the game 3-1. It just felt great. Everything about it felt fantastic. It also wasn't 15 innings, so it wasn't 5.5 hours long or however long that other game was. So that was great. And to watch that guy's face smugly have to watch Cal hit the home run that would be the opening of the offense for the Mariners was just
ironic.
It was
too,
perfect.
given what his shirt was.
Yeah, you're right.
Ironic. Just ironic.
Listen, if you want to look it up, folks, you can. It's everywhere.
The picture's
on the internet,
everywhere.
If you haven't already seen it.
Yeah.
All right.
How Canadian, too. What a
very Canadian of him.
Too smart for the room.
All right. We are going to move on to something else now. Okay, so this is fun, too. A little tease ahead. Aaron Granillo was at the ALDS win Friday night.
Yeah.
Aaron's the biggest Mariners fan I know. So I was just the entire time I'm watching the game, I just kept thinking, oh, my gosh, Aaron is there watching this right now. And so he's going to come in with us and just tell us what that was like, and then all the celebrations afterward, which is really fun, really
There's
exciting.
interesting stats about that. And baseball's a game of stats.
Yeah.
There were some amazing things that happened in those 15 innings.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable game. All right. Let's move off of that real fast, and let's move to something very, very important that people do care about. Friday night, there was a bunch of folks who were coming into town to see the Mariners from all outside of the metropolitan area. There was all the islands. People
Every
were coming
point
in.
of the compass came in here.
Every point. Yep. All points.
Yep.
And so Washington State Ferry was like, all right, we got a lot of people coming in. How are we going to make sure we handle this? Well, how they handled it was to put out a notice saying that you guys should expect problems because we have inadequate staffing. Here's my question for you. How is that possible? I understand you can make good arguments that the boats are old and they might be down for mechanical issues, as some are.
Yes,
whatever.
maintenance is an issue that you can't predict.
Yep. But lack of crew is a totally predictable, fixable problem that they refuse to fix. And I don't understand why they're refusing to fix it. I cannot for the life of me imagine why that is not priority number one when you're already running such a razor-thin fleet.
Yeah.
Why aren't you to have to shut down routes?
It's not like it's a new problem. This has been a problem for the last 3 years.
Yeah, ever since they fired all those people for not getting the COVID shot.
That was the initial gutting of the staffing for ferry boat employees. And we're talking
never
about
hired back.
Deck hands and dock hands and all the things that are required to get a boat loaded, traveled across, and unloaded on a regular basis.
Sure.
It's the largest commuter ferry system in America.
Yeah.
Is right here on the Puget Sound. And the fact that these guys years later, still have a staffing issue.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's enough to keep the boats maintained and functional and on the water. I understand, like you said, there are breakdowns, there are mechanical concerns, there's maintenance, there's the delay of now we're finding out the new boats that they've scheduled are already going to be later than expected. But when it comes to staffing,
yeah,
I mean, is it the fact that it's a competitive job market with low unemployment, so there's competition for these guys? Is it the fact there's not enough money budgeted in the ferry system to have to bribe people to come work on the ferries?
No,
I mean,
no.
It's a good living.
It's a really good job. I have had friends who have worked on ferries like for years and years and years. Fantastic job. It's got great union pay. It's got
great benefits,
favorable, wonderful benefits, great retirement.
Okay.
It's just them not hiring. They're not prioritizing it. It doesn't. I cannot make any sense of that. If I was running the Washington State Ferry System, my number one thing would be, what can we control? You cannot control boats shutting down. You just can't. You can try to maintain them as much as you can, but whatever. You can hire the amount of people that you need to do the job. And if they're not doing that, there must be a reason they're not doing that. And I don't understand why they would not do that.
And they're so thin already. You talk about somebody calls in sick, a run gets canceled.
A person.
That's right. A person calls in sick. They're so thinly stretched.
You need to be 5 people deep on backups.
Have a bench.
100%.
Well, take a look at the ferry system. Take a look at the Mariners.
We have benches here for radio, and we're not carrying people across the waterway.
Somebody gets sick here, we have somebody come in and fill in.
We have 10 different people that we can go to, and the Washington State Ferry System has not figured that out.
Sorry, folks. Quiet from noon to 3 today.
Not happening.
Doesn't happen. We care enough.
Now, there are folks out there who say that we're more of a vital function than the Washington State Ferry System. I tend to agree with you. But I still think they should have backups. It just makes total sense. All right, we're almost out of time, but we do have to introduce the story really fast because you just mentioned it. We have just found out, I don't know why this wasn't public when this big giant deal came out, but back in July, it was announced that Washington State Ferry System was going to get new boats, but not from the local company who bid on them. They were going to get from ferry boats from a company in Florida. The first time Washington State has ever built out of state. And everybody was like, okay, well, fiscally, this makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. That's
You're
how you
justify
justify
it. You're going to save $350 million building it out of state.
Right.
This is something that we find interesting because Bob Ferguson typically doesn't seem to, focus a ton on money. He's taxing everybody and taking your money that way.
Maybe he hears our constant cries for better fiscal responsibility. Maybe we're finally starting to get through.
Well, that's what everybody thought.
Okay.
And now we're seeing a news report from the Washington State Standard that said, hey, there is a stipulation in the contract that most people are unaware of. And originally, as part of the bid terms, when they were inviting this national, but you can't do it out of the country, but this U.S. bid process where any boat builder in the United States could bid on this, they said the project has to be done so that the first boat arrives in 2029, which is 4 years at the time.
Yeah.
So that made total sense. And so the final contract went to Eastern Shipbuilding in Florida. And what we're now learning is that they said, hey, we're happy to do this. We'll do it for cheaper than the Nichols brothers, who are local. Although we cannot meet your timeline guarantee. In fact, it's going to be at least a year late. And if we have any hurricanes, which Florida tends to have hurricanes,
God forbid,
then it could be even later than that. And so Washington State said, yeah, that's fine. What's an extra year and change? So we're going to have
none of us will be here by then anyway. All the elected officials that okayed this deal.
We'll all be moved on to bigger and better things.
We'll take private sector
fired.
jobs. Yeah.
So we'll have audio on that in just a little bit. That seems crazy to me as well. We'll get into some of those finer points of those details. But next, let's jump back into Friday night, which was just a magical Friday night.
What was it like to live through history?
Living through history.
From the upper decks.
To be there. We played the audio last week of the 95 double.
Yeah.
The junior slide. Let's go back. just a Friday night now with Aaron Granillo, who was actually at T-Mobile, and all the parties afterwards. He's going to join us and talk about it. Stick around. Be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino.
I can't wait till I get a little older.
The John Curley Show.
I get a little bit more hair in my ears.
Weekdays 3 to 7.
And I can be the really crotchety old guy that can say to people in restaurants,
"Why don't you get your kid off the phone?"
You could do that now. No, I'm not there yet. I'm getting close to being eccentric. As my mom used to say, I don't make enough money to be eccentric. I'm just middle-class crazy right now.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube. Weekdays 3 to 7. And download the KIRO Newsradio app.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Are you looking at senior living options for you or a loved one? If so, you likely have many questions like, what can I afford? How long will my savings last? And if I run out of money, will I have to move out? If these questions are weighing on you, I'm here to talk you through different solutions. Hi, I'm Amanda from Care Partners Senior Living. At Care Partners, we're focused on offering high-quality, compassionate care at very affordable prices to help stretch and preserve your assets. And if you ever run out of funds and need to convert to Medicaid, you won't have to move. We have vibrant communities throughout Western Washington, Spokane, and Arizona offering independent, assisted living, and memory care. Our caregivers are some of the most loving and genuine people you'll ever meet. Stretch your assets, preserve your estate, and never worry about moving. That's peace of mind in the Care Partners Living difference. Learn more at carepartnersliving.com. Care Partners is excited to announce our newest communities in Port Orchard, Sumner, Snohomish, and North Creek Bothell. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
Hey everyone, Hartley Wilcox here. And I'm Charlie Wilcox from Wilcox Family Farms. Our family's been raising hens and gathering fresh eggs right here for over 100 years. That's right. Our hens roam free on green pastures, soaking up the sunshine and living their best chicken lives. We don't do shortcuts. No cages, no chemicals, just honest-to-goodness eggs laid fresh every day. And when you buy Wilcox eggs, you're not just getting breakfast. You're supporting local farmers like us. Clean food, and a family that's been doing it right for generations. So next time you're at the grocery store, skip the out-of-state eggs and grab the ones with our name on them. Wilcox Family Farms. Fresh, local, trusted. Find fresh Wilcox eggs at Costco, Hagen's, or Whole Foods. And for a healthy snack on the go, grab some ready-to-eat hard-boiled eggs in a convenient to-go 2-pack. Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh since 1909.
Upgrade your home comfort and save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. With great savings plus free financing on heat pumps, water heaters, generators, and more, our award-winning team has what you need to stay cozy this chilly season at a cost you're comfortable with. Voted best in the Pacific Northwest, we're honored to be your dedicated home comfort company since 1957. Call Bob's and save today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
So what'll you have today? Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry?
When it comes to picking ice cream, there are lots of choices, and they all look and sound so good. Choosing a Medicare plan is a lot like that. So many options, all sound good. But if you pick a plan that's not right for you, there can be serious consequences. Hi, this is Herb Weisbaum, the Consumer Man. Open enrollment season is right around the corner, and you're going to be inundated with advertisements encouraging you to choose this Medicare Advantage plan or that one. Maybe the best choice for you is traditional Medicare. To make an informed decision, you need to do your homework. The Insurance Commissioner's Sheba program has a free Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit to get you started.
This is Insurance Commissioner Patty Kuderer. Our Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit has a checklist of 7 easy steps to help you decide which Medicare plan is right for you.
Order your free toolkit today at insurance.wa.gov. That's insurance.wa.gov. Or pick up a copy at your local library or senior center. Then go get an ice cream.
She and Ursula, weekdays from 9 to noon on KIRO News Radio.
It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
News special report. President Trump today called for a new era of harmony in the Middle East.
Today, for the first time anyone can remember, we have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to put the old feuds and bitter hatreds behind us.
During a global summit in Egypt on Gaza's future, he declared an end to the war. CBS's Sam Vinograd.
This is an incredible day. Even if everything stopped here, we have the last remaining living hostages home, remains of many others home. We have more aid flowing into Gaza, and for the first time in almost 2 years, we have a ceasefire holding.
Elizabeth Palmer cautions there are still details to be worked through, including an Israeli withdrawal and Hamas disarming.
Although the atmosphere in Sharm el-Sheikh is euphoric, I think that we're a long way from being able to relax and see this thing is going to succeed.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
And I'm Aaron Granillo. World leaders are still mapping out next steps to create lasting peace in Gaza. Washington Representative Adam Smith tells Seattle's Morning News.
It's been a long, devastating war. So getting it over with is a huge positive. It should have happened a lot sooner than it did. And, of course, the next key question is what comes next.
The original peace plan calls for Hamas to lay down its weapons and to have a new Palestinian-led government take control in Gaza. Seattle police have arrested a man for carrying a loaded, illegal, short-barreled rifle. Had 30-round magazine in Pioneer Square. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has more.
It happened Sunday morning at bar closing time. Officers approached a man for trespassing in a Pioneer Square parking lot. Investigators say the rifle fell from the man's car. SPD Detective Eric Munoz says the arrest was part of SPD's nightlife emphasis patrols in Pioneer Square.
We've detained and arrested a man that was in possession of a rifle that he shouldn't have been and possibly prevented something more serious.
The man was cited and released. Charges are expected. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Seattle Mariners, they are back at it in Toronto after beating the Blue Jays in Game 1 of the Championship Series. First pitch is at 2:03. Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk at 12:33 with Lori.
Traffic is brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Southbound I-5 in Tumwater is slow from an earlier accident. You get a little relief and then slows again approaching 101. Seattle to Linwood, 15 minutes, and Bellevue to Linwood, also 15 minutes. If you're heading to Federal Way from Bellevue, that's going to be 27 minutes right now. We did have a 4-minute delay, Bellevue to Seattle on I-90, now just down to 2 minutes, 520, an easy 12-minute drive, and a wind advisory on the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Lake Washington Windows has been voted the best in the Northwest. To celebrate, save 25% off new windows through October and defer payment for the next 12 months. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Thank you, Lori. Your forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. A nice afternoon out there, mostly clear skies, lots of sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 50s. We'll reach the 60s tomorrow. Right now, 55 in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. All right, big game for the Mariners today. We're not all sports here all the time. If you guys are just finding our show, we do appreciate you listening. We don't normally talk about sports this much. But these are extraordinary times, and so we have to take extraordinary measures, and we will cover the Mariners because that's what...
So we have to. It's not that we want. It's not that we want to.
No, it's like the number one story that every single person wants to talk
But there are
about.
budget deficits to talk about.
There's taxes. There's ferry boats.
There's all kind of stuff going on out there.
Yeah, and we'll get to all of that.
We'd love to talk about that, but no.
But no, we have to. Sometimes we just have to cover what
It's
the
an obligation
big
that comes with
local
this
stories
job.
are, and sometimes that means we talk a little bit about the ALDS Friday night. Mariners win in 15 innings, 4 hours and 58 minutes, I think, was the game time. Crazy long. And Aaron Granillo, our very own Aaron, joins us right now. Aaron, you were at the game. Welcome.
Man, I'm still kind of reveling in it. It was a wild, once-in-a-lifetime kind of night, and I'll never forget it.
What was your feeling? Because we actually...
Okay, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Yeah, sure. What was your feeling heading into the game? Everybody was nervous. Everybody was a little anxious.
Yeah.
We all wanted it to go the way it went, maybe not 15 innings. But
yeah.
What was the atmosphere when you got there?
So honestly, when you get there, everyone's psyched, everyone's hyped up, and me personally, I thought we had a good shot of keeping it close against Scoobel. I think I mentioned this on the air on Friday even, that just got to keep it close through 6. You know Scoobel's going to show up. You know he's going to deliver, and see what happens in the late innings. And that's kind of how the game
just
played
survive
out.
him to get to the extra pitchers.
And then it's like, you know what? Who knows what could happen after that? And who knew what was going to happen after that?
Who knew what wasn't going to happen after that?
True.
Again and again and again. How do you do the roller coaster of so many moments?
I was going to text you during the game because I'm sitting there watching it at home. Spike doesn't watch the games.
He tried texting me at home during the game when I told him I'm not watching. I said, stop texting me.
Yeah. I just needed to text somebody. I was so stressed out. I was exhausted by the time we got to the end of that game. I couldn't sleep for like an extra 2 or 3 hours because I was just up buzzing after having gone through this, like everybody else did. But what was it like down there?
It's
what
emotionally,
was it like in the stadium?
It's emotionally draining for all 47,000 fans that were there. Because I'll tell you, the first inning, it was so electric. I've seen a lot of games at T-Mobile Park. Never going to see another game like that. Likely never going to experience another game like that. The first inning was just out of this world. I mean, like louder than I've ever heard, even, I would argue, a Seahawks game.
Sure.
The crowd was super into it. And not just for like first pitch, second, I mean, like every pitch, the first inning, the crowd was super into it. And then, you settle in, but throughout the game, even every 2-strike pitch, the crowd rises to its feet. And they have the good vibes meter going on the big on the big board there, how high is the decibel level and all that. But then, yeah, man, the extra innings, it was so draining because there were, 3 or 4 opportunities in extras that you felt like it was going to end.
Well, yeah, they'd load up. They'd have like 2 guys on with
nobody
no outs.
out. And then somehow they would
double play.
And then even for the Tigers,
same.
They had a runner at third, and then there's the broken bat to Gino that gets them out at home plate. It's just constant high and low, and then relief, and then devastation that you didn't pull it out. I kept thinking, my goodness, I am so emotionally drained. The players must be running on empty.
I don't know how the players did it. Honestly, I was sitting there watching, as tired as I was sitting on my couch.
Yes.
I knew you were in the stands. I was thinking about how tired it would be because you are. You're rising and sitting and rising all the time. You're on your feet screaming. I don't know how the players could do it after 15 innings. And there were a few times where I thought it looked like they were getting a little tired.
They had to be.
A little bit sleepy.
They had to be.
I bet you there were some smelling salts down in the locker room.
Yeah.
But somehow, listen to some of these stats. This is crazy. So minutes played, 298. This is officially the longest game.
Longest winner-take-all game in Major League Baseball history.
Major League Baseball history. 298 minutes, 472 pitches thrown, 115 plate appearances, 15 pitchers used. That's what was crazy to me, too, as I was watching this. Like, did you guys feel the same way? You're like, who else do they have to go to?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had an idea of what the game plan was because you knew it was all hands on deck. That's what's so great about an elimination game in the playoffs, too.
Yeah.
You get your starters coming out in
10 to 11
innings.
But not 15.
No, you don't expect that.
Back in 95, Randy Johnson pitched in relief.
I remember that.
Blackjack McDowell gave up the double to Edgar Martinez, their starting pitcher, their ace.
Yeah.
Gave up the double to Edgar. So this isn't unprecedented, but, I mean, Castillo makes his first ever postseason appearance.
And every pitcher
Gilbert makes his first ever postseason appearance.
Everyone.
I mean, a big game strikeout like that to like end an inning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bizzardo.
Elation.
Was everybody just going nuts?
Elation. I mean, it's hard to put into words. It was just, you have these snapshots of the game where you're just like, the highs of it are the highest of highs that you can feel. And the lows are just sinking into your seat and hat over your head. And just, my goodness, are they really going to blow this? We're at home. We haven't had this in 24 years.
Painful.
Oh, I want this so bad. I want this so bad.
There was 37 strikeouts in the game. There was 22 runners left on base. Every single time an inning would end and the Mariners couldn't close the door, I kept just going like, well, how is it possible that they could get a better chance than that next inning? How is it possible? And I'm sitting there knowing that you must be going through hell. I mean, but at the same time, loving every second of it.
Yeah, it was so, I mean, the emotions were real and raw. And I was telling my wife in the moment, this is special.
Yeah.
Like, we are at an historic game now at this point, because I had friends texting me on what the broadcasters were saying, and they said, it's officially the longest postseason game now ever. I was like, oh my goodness, like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And you buy a ticket to a historic, not knowing it's a historic game, but you buy a ticket to a meaningful big game experience, thinking you're going to see something great, and then it turns into something historic, and you're never going to lose that moment.
Was this better? I have two last questions. One, we're going to play the final call from Riz in just a second here, but and then I want to get your reaction to that. But did you think this was better than the 95 Edgar double?
I mean, I wasn't.
You were what, 3 then?
I was 13 at the time.
Sorry.
I remember it.
You were not 13.
I'm sorry, I was 7. I'm sorry. I was thinking of 2001, I was 13.
Yeah.
I was 7 at the time. I don't know. I don't know. I know that for me personally, yes, it was better. I bet you for somebody who was at the 95 game, they'll probably make an argument that was the best ever. But this was
15 innings.
Unprecedented.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and real quick, it wasn't that nobody could win the game.
Yeah.
It's that both of these teams refused to lose the game.
I know.
I mean, it wasn't, the M's just couldn't get it done. The Tigers fought tooth and nail.
And you couldn't have, if you had flashbacks of the 18-inning loss, right? And you're like, are we really going to do this again? Like, this can't happen again.
All right, I'm going to play this quick call, and then I want to get your reaction as you're in the stadium.
Here we go, the stretch. Kenley has got to throw a strike. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung out, line drive, base hit right field. Jorge Polanco with a walk-off single, and the Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship. The Mariners win the battle in Seattle.
And then the crowd just went nuts.
Oh.
We got the video on right here. And then they
this
went
is
nuts.
my video right here.
Is that your video?
Yours.
This is you. This was a seat you bought?
That's a good seat.
Dude.
300 level, but yeah.
Oh, that's
every seat.
That's perfect. Look at it.
But yeah, I mean, people jumping up and down. I mean, and then, oh my gosh.
The seismic reaction was large. Initially was larger than Beastquake, is what I've read. I'll verify that. But I've read this weekend that the seismic reaction measured by the UW seismology department in the Mariner dugout was larger and louder and harder than Beastquake.
Look at him jumping up and down.
Look at you. Oh, like a
you
little
have that
kid.
moment for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
How fun is that? And we all do.
Oh,
Thanks to
that
the
was.
Mariners.
Look at that shot.
I watched this game. I know we're at a break here, but I gotta say real fast. I watched in '95. I was 11 years old when they won in '95. I remember that. We talked about it many times leading up to this game. That is a core memory for me.
Absolutely.
I watched this game with my 10-year-old son late into the night.
Yeah.
And then we went out on the front porch and we watched the fireworks exploding after they won. And I looked at him, I was just like, buddy, you're going to remember this for the rest of your life. And he looked up and he goes, you're the best dad in the world. No, he didn't say that part.
Read your cue card, mister.
Oh, man.
Anyway, a lot of fun.
Epic.
All right, so we got hour 15 till the game 2 starts.
Who do you like in game 1, by the way? After all that late play, traveling across the country, boy, how do the M's even have a chance, they say? Starting a guy on 3 days rest?
Phenomenal.
What?
Good luck predicting baseball, man. Nobody knows.
All right, that's Aaron Granillo. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around.
That sensation we're all feeling right now?
It's the playoffs, man.
That's playoff fever.
Mariners are good. They're going to win at home, and then we all won.
Yes. They're the talk of the town.
So excited I can hardly stand it.
KIRO News Radio has all the Mariners buzz.
Some of us even ate dirt to try to sway the outcome.
And our partner Seattle Sports has the games.
A winning solution. Hearing Rick call
You're gonna want to hear
home run.
You talk about a no-doubter.
Listen free on the Seattle Sports app.
Hey, you know what's stressful? A leaky roof, because you typically don't find out it's leaking until the water makes its way through the insulation, the drywall in your ceiling starts swelling up, and it sags and drips. And then you're freaked out. You're wondering if there's mold in the house. I get it. That's why I get Valentine Roofing. Valentine has a leak stop guarantee. They'll stop the leak in your old roof for free until your brand new Valentine roof can be safely installed. Because Valentine doesn't just replace roofs, they protect homes. And they start protecting yours the moment you call. No stress, no mess, no more buckets in the living room. The wet weather's coming, so if you need to take advantage of that free roof inspection, I encourage you to call and get the Valentine experience. Seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, extra mile service, and every new roof is backed by 2 magical words: lifetime warranty. And with 0 down financing for most projects, you can get the work done now, and you can pay over time. So stop the leaks before they start. Call 206 Roofing to get your free estimate today. That's 206 Roofing. That number one more time, 206 Roofing.
Have you stopped to think about how you feel today compared to, say, 10 years ago? Are you noticing changes? Less energy, slow recovery, trouble focusing, maybe even weight gain? What if you could turn back the clock and feel stronger, sharper, and more alive? At Longevity Medical Clinic, we help people do exactly that. For over 3 decades, we've been helping thousands of men and women find out what's really going on inside their bodies and take action to feel better and live longer. With advanced diagnostics and personalized hormone and supplement plans, we uncover what's been holding you back and show you how to optimize your health. Our patients often say, "Now I finally understand what's happening and what to do about it." Take the first step today. Call 866-86-YOUNG or visit lmclinic.com to schedule your free consultation. Longevity Medical Clinic. Feel better. Live longer. Let's do it together.
Too many breakup songs getting you down? Put a little bossa nova in the playlist. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Get a good-to-go pass to save $2 every time you use it, and on other toll roads in Washington.
Looking for high-quality assisted living that won't drain your life savings? At Care Partners Living, we offer compassionate care at a price that helps stretch and preserve your estate. No unnecessary luxury, just the support you need with dignity and heart. And if you ever need to convert to Medicaid, you don't have to move. With communities across Washington and Arizona, including new locations in Port Orchard, Sumner, Mercer Island, and North Creek Bothell, there's a Care Partners community near you. Care Partners Living, compassionate care and peace of mind. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
Cancer impacts so many families, including mine. Former Washington Husky Mario Bailey here. My mother was treated for cancer at UW Medicine. As devastating as cancer is, there is hope, because the Cancer Vaccine Institute is developing vaccines to treat and prevent the deadliest cancers. Patients who received vaccines over 20 years ago are still alive today. Please join me and make a donation to the Cancer Vaccine Institute at local Safeway stores. Learn more at uwcvi.org.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity, of course, and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, prioritizing your most important connections, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. And it would let you stream 4. That's right, 4 games on one screen. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. It would be proactive and fix problems before you knew you had them. Impressive, right? And it would have security features that protect you from threats at home and online. Kinda like a force field for your life. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, well, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected, no matter what. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
G. Scott here with Jonathan from DUI Heroes to tell us how the legal team at DUI Heroes treats new clients.
What we always do is recognize the human being behind the charge and treat them the way we would want to be treated. All of us take care of you together through the entire process.
People make mistakes. If you or a loved one has been accused of DUI, call DUI Heroes and speak to a lawyer who will listen and be there for you. DUI Heroes can help you. Call 1-800-DUI-HERO or DUIHeroes.com.
I'm Macy House with Baird Global Investment Banking. In today's markets, global financial capabilities aren't worth much without personal attention to your priorities. Baird Banking, Research, and Private Equity professionals are located across 3 continents, sharing more than investment expertise. As employee owners of our firm, we all have a personal stake in your success, here in the Pacific Northwest and around the world. Discover the Baird difference. Visit rwbaird.com/Seattle.
You've been wiring pounds to a second wife in London.
It's not what it looks like.
And here she is now.
Sure it isn't.
Hello, darling.
Elizabeth?
Did you know our husband used a bank instead of Wise to send you money? What an imbecile.
Well,
see, even your secret wife knows that banks are slow and hide fees in overseas transfers.
Those cheaters.
If you want to send money overseas, use Wise. They're faster and they don't hide fees.
You can save up to 70% when you send money abroad. Be smart. Get Wise. Learn more by visiting wise.com. T's and C's apply.
All right, welcome back to the show. We got a lot of stuff to get to. 2 teases I want to throw at you real fast. One, next hour, we're going to have the guy from the Reptile Zoo up in Monroe. He's going to join us, and he has some great news, which is that they get to stay open. He's going to tell us about how that happened. They were going to shut down, but now they get to stay open. Isaac Peterson joins us. So it's the start of next hour. He also brought along a cuddly creature.
Nice.
Spike, for you and I to cuddle.
Great.
Which should be a lot of fun.
Why am I already starting to sweat?
I know, and you should, because this one has scales and big teeth. And so we'll have
joy.
that next. So you can tune in on the YouTube page. You can enjoy that with us. And then 2, Jason Rance is going to join us at 2 o'clock to talk about, I've been spending a good chunk of my morning watching those hostage family reuniting videos.
Yeah. Talk about historic days. This is a historic day.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tears flowing. I posted one on my X page. It's just like, I was literally just watching it and just emotions just come out of your body when you see families reunited like that. To think about what they went through is, it's too much to even handle. But it was beautiful moments. So we're going to highlight some of that and talk about that at 2 o'clock. So we'll get to that. We teased a little bit of this earlier. We didn't have a chance to fully flesh this out, but Washington State Standard looked into that contract for the new ferry system vessels that was awarded to that company in Florida.
Are these the 3
Eastern
boats?
Shipbuilding. Here's the thing. It's for 3 boats, but Washington State Ferry System says that they want to get, how many new boats did they say they want to get in the next 10 years? Was it like 16 new boats? Did you see that number?
I did not. That seems a little unrealistic.
Well, that's what they say they want. And the problem was when the initial bids went out for these boats, the state themselves, the state set a timeline. They said, we have to have these boats by 2029 because the system is overwhelmed. People are waiting way too long to ride these boats. They're literally falling apart. We're holding them together with spit and chewing gum. And the local company, Nichols Brothers, said, all right, we can do that. It's going to be expensive, but we can hit your timeline for the first boat delivery by 2029. Eastern Shipbuilding in Florida said, we can do it for cheaper, but we can't hit your estimate of the timeline. And so the state awarded it to Eastern Shipbuilding. Here's a little bit from Tom Bantz. He talked to Fox 13 about it. And this is the part that kind of jumped out at everybody, that he's not going to have to get it in by, they don't have to have these in by until 2029, which to me seems until after 2030.
There was an extra dimension that we are only finding out about now, about the choice between the 2 shipyards and the 2 bids. The Nichols Brothers bid said it would meet the specifications in the states going out to bid to have the first ferry delivered in 4 years and then another ferry each year after that. The Florida shipyard, for reasons which were not quite clear, put in their low bid but said, we'd like an extra year. And that fact was on the table, not really publicized at the time when the governor made the final call to go with the Florida shipyard. So now we're looking at 5 long years before the first relief comes in the form of new ferries for this stretched ferry system we have.
That audio was from Fox 13. There's another clause in the contract that if they have hurricane delays, normally there's penalties for late delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Those just go away if they have hurricane seasons, which slow down their production.
It was act of God clauses.
Yep.
Right?
So
beyond their control.
So Washington State Ferry System is now at the whim of weather on the other side of the country. It kind of makes you question whether or not it was the best decision to build out of state. It remains to be seen how it'll go, though. Maybe things are great and it works out totally fine. We just don't know yet, but we'll see. All right, we got the Reptile Zoo coming in next. Get on the YouTube page so you can be with us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be right back.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan, presented by Carter Subaru.
It's one of the busiest roads in our area, and it's one of the most cheated on toll systems in the state. I'm talking 167. That free ride ends next week, and I'm going to tell you all about it in Choke Points, Tuesday morning on Seattle's Morning News.
Chris Sullivan's Choke Points on Seattle's Morning News. Get all of Sully's Choke Points at mynorthwest.com and the KIRO Newsradio app.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you use the carpool lanes along SR 167 after October 20th, you will need a Flex Pass set to HOV mode to ride free. That's a change. Having Good to Go always costs less than pay by mail. That is not a change. Learn more at goodtogo167.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
Upgrade your home comfort and save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. With great savings plus free financing on heat pumps, water heaters, generators, and more, our award-winning team has what you need to stay cozy this chilly season at a cost you're comfortable with. Voted best in the Pacific Northwest, we're honored to be your dedicated home comfort company since 1957. Call Bob's and save today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. In Egypt today, President Trump declared the war in Gaza over.
A new and beautiful day is rising, and now the rebuilding begins.
Correspondent Natalie Brand begins our coverage.
Reunited after 2 years of captivity. The 20 living hostages released today are finally embracing their families. Cheers erupted in Hostage Square in Tel Aviv as crowds gathered to watch coverage of the hostages' return and President Trump's speech before Israel's parliament.
This is not only the end of a war. This is the end of an age of terror and death.
Deborah Pata on the situation in Gaza.
The ceasefire deal is a lifeline for Gaza. Desperately needed aid can finally flow into the territory to help ease the dire humanitarian crisis. Days on from the start of the ceasefire, Gazans, deprived of basic necessities for so long, they are battling for every scrap.
Correspondent Rami Inocencio reports there is also a sense of caution in the region.
It feels as if there is a lot of hope, a lot of joy, but then the devil here, many devils, are in the many details.
California has a new law aimed at protecting kids from AI. It's a measure fiercely opposed by tech companies. Jim Krasula reports.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has signed into law first-of-its-kind legislation regulating artificial intelligence chatbots, defying a push by the White House to leave such technology unchecked. The law is aimed at protecting children from the potential dangers of AI chatbots.
Lawsuits have stemmed from the technology engaging in sexual conversations with teens and in some cases allegedly coaching them to take their own lives. The new law requires the platforms to remind users they're interacting with a chatbot and not a human. Flights have been delayed and canceled all along the East Coast as a nor'easter continues to pummel the region with high winds and coastal flooding. Still no deal on ending the government shutdown, as Caitlin Huey-Burns reports.
We will see tomorrow when lawmakers return here to Washington whether enough Democrats are peeling over to support this bill or whether, as they have shown over the past couple of weeks, remaining very adamant that they get some kind of health care deal before agreeing to support this government funding bill.
On Wall Street today, stocks surged in the hopes there could be a trade deal soon with China. The Dow was up 588 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Gearing up for the Mariners Game 2 in Toronto. That's coming up after Lori at the real-time traffic desk.
Traffic is brought to you by Closets by Design. Highway 9 southbound, right about Marsh Road. We just cleared a stall from the right lane, a little bit of a slowdown through there. Seattle to Renton, now a 15-minute drive. And if you're heading from Seattle to Federal Way, that's at 22 minutes. Now, Bellevue to Everett, 25 minutes. Bellevue to Federal Way, 27. And northbound I-5, a little bit jammed up as you approach 167. A wind advisory on the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Custom storage solutions for closets, garages, homes, offices, and more. Go to closetsbydesign.com to see current specials or just call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to learn more. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. The Seattle Mariners look to keep the good vibes going in Toronto.
And they take the opening game of this best-of-7 American League Championship Series.
Now today, Logan Gilbert takes the mound for the Mariners, looking to make it a 2-0 series lead.
Basically just asked me if I was good to go, and I said yeah right away.
Now Gilbert is going on short rest after pitching in that epic 15-inning win on Friday night. Today's first pitch is at 2:03. The official watch party's at Victory Hall across the street from T-Mobile Park. SeaTac Airport is refusing to show a video from Homeland Security. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey explains.
In the video that began airing at airports nationwide last Thursday, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem opens with a non-political message.
We will continue to do all that we can to avoid delays that will impact your travel.
She then takes a political turn.
Democrats in Congress refuse to fund the federal government, and because of this, many of our operations are impacted.
The government shutdown is now in its 9th day, with hope of a resolution this Friday. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Seattle police are investigating a brutal machete attack. A 53-year-old man showed up at the hospital last night with deep cuts to his head, arm, and hand. Officers say the victim's ex-girlfriend confronted him over money before her new boyfriend attacked him with that machete. Suspect took off before police arrived. In Graham, a fire has left one person dead.
The fire broke out Monday morning near 27th and Webster Road East. Central Pierce Fire and Rescue posted a photo on X, which shows flames and smoke coming out of the windows and the front door of a home. Crews tried to treat the person, but they died at the scene. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
No word yet on what started that fire. Westlake Park is getting a major upgrade. The Seattle Parks Foundation says the park, built back in 1988, no longer meets the city's needs. The redesign adds new safety bollards, improves the stage, and enhances tree conditions. The park is shut down until May of next year. Weather now brought to you by State Roofing. And exteriors, mostly clear skies today, highs in the upper 50s. Tomorrow, highs reach the 60s. Right now, 57 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go.
The crowd goes wild.
That opening sound. Thank you so much for getting that made, Spike. That was amazing. Still so
Thanks,
great.
Tom Hutler, man.
Gives me chills every time. Okay, I'm very excited. A couple of things happening today I'm very excited about. One, the Mariners are going to play in just about an hour, which is going to be wonderful. We're still going to be live on the air, so if you're not a Mariners fan, you can still hang out with us. If you are a Mariners fan, we hate to see you go, but we get it. Also, right now, joining us live in studio, we told you recently about the Reptile Zoo up in Monroe, which is a family favorite of mine. I was super bummed to hear that they might be closing their doors. And then we got some wonderful news, and we have Isaac Peterson from the Reptile Zoo joins us back on the air. Isaac, welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So you've got good news. Let's share it with the audience. What's that good news?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was really, breaking news for us. Just
breaking news.
Yeah, we've been really busy, and we're just going to try one more time to keep the zoo going. We're just going to shut down for about 4 weeks, open back up in mid-November. So
fantastic.
You said really busy. You're
you guys are slammed.
You tripled your ticket sales, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's double,
pretty close,
two
double,
to 2 to 3, depending on the day, right? But yeah,
okay.
it was really good. So
what that means is the community heard where you guys were at.
Yeah.
And realized, and they think they always kind of knew, but what an asset you are. You're a one-of-a-kind experience in this area, and so many families over so many generations now have made your reptile zoo up in Monroe something to build family memories with. And they heard the straits you guys were in, just financial straits, and you looked for ways to make this thing work, and it wasn't happening without the help of the public, and they responded.
So many businesses, because of COVID, they were forced to shut down, especially a business like yours, which literally has to happen in person.
Yeah.
When the state comes in and says, you guys are not allowed to do business, that's going to hurt the books. And so for you guys to be able to be in a point now where business has picked up enough again and that's far enough in the rear view that you guys are able to look towards the future. Very, very exciting. So congratulations.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We just appreciate the public for keeping us going, right? So it was nothing that I did. We were just really busy, and it worked out.
You opened your doors.
We're going to try it one more time.
Yeah,
Do you know what I think it was? I think it's because I wrapped a snake around my neck.
We'll talk about commitment.
Like a month ago, Isaac was here, maybe 2 months ago, whenever it was, and you brought Linguini, if my memory serves.
Linguini, yeah.
Wow, I couldn't remember that.
Was he a 16 foot?
Yeah, about 10 feet.
10 feet.
I know it always
felt like 25.
It felt like 30 to me at least.
He was 350 pounds. Is that right?
Of muscle. Yeah.
No, he was like 70 pounds. We have pictures of him though. You can go on our social media page and look at these. And I think I posted them on X too. But he got a little sneaky and he kind of explored the studio space and he got stuck under the desk because he's massive. Remember, you guys had stuck.
I remember that was pretty funny.
That was trying to dismantle our assembly here to get him out safely and gently.
Yeah.
So this is fun because we want to have you back in studio in person. Isaac's a cool guy. He's delightful to be around, but also he brings in fun animals with him. So last time he had a giant snake, which you didn't have a problem with, Spike.
No, I loved him. He was a python?
Yeah, probably the Burmese.
Burmese
and I totally forgot that. My wife said, "Why did you say that the snake could kill you when it was wrapped around your
neck?" Because it can. No, that's full disclosure.
It can, but I just don't know. Okay, that was the wrong time.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I know. So next time I'll be a little more careful.
A little less honest would have been better.
So you've brought a completely safe animal with you now?
Yeah, nothing's completely safe, but this one's going to be taped. I'll tape them before you guys.
People should.
Hold them.
So if you guys are not watching on YouTube right now, you should, because Isaac did bring another fun mystery animal that Spike and I are both going to hold. But I do want to remind the audience.
You said you're going to tape him?
I'll pull him out and then I'll tape him. Yeah, just
tape him
before you guys hold him.
Okay.
Yeah. The mouth isn't too big, but
okay.
It still could hurt your fingers, right? So
okay.
So who have you brought to see us today?
We just got a little alligator named Boots. That's all we got today. Just a little one, right?
Okay. Well,
what's his name?
Define little Boots.
What's his name?
Boots. He's like 2 feet long.
Is that that's a hilarious name?
Yeah, I didn't come up with it. He came with the name.
Okay.
Boots.
Boots. Yeah. How old is Boots?
He's 23 years old. So they can't live as long as people. But he's a 23-year-old. He's just a runt. So we got him about a year and a half ago, and just didn't grow.
And you guys at the Reptile Zoo in Monroe. Again, we're talking to Isaac Peterson. You guys have giant alligators too.
They're big ones. Yeah, our biggest is about 9.5 feet, about 350, 400 pounds.
Do you have an albino one?
An albino as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. You can get right up next to the glass. You can push your face up against the glass if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to. It's very scary. And
glass is pretty tough. So.
It's pretty tough, but still, there's a 9-foot alligator on the other side.
Bad things could happen, right?
And he just stares at you. And
hungrily.
My kids, I went with my kids, and my 5-year-old was just petrified of this thing. But he still went up to the glass, and it's really cool.
Nice.
So, what are the ticket prices right now if somebody wants to go up to the Reptile Zoo?
For kids range from about $7 to about $10, and then adults are about $9 to about $12, depending on the day you come. So
totally affordable. That's
and
fantastic.
We do have discounts. So if you're a senior, or you've got food stamps, I think we have some other discounts on there.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah.
You can't go anywhere these days. I was trying to go to a pumpkin patch this weekend.
Yeah.
We had to cancel because it was crazy weather. Yeah. Like over the weekend, it was just like raining cats and dogs.
Had you already done the loan paperwork to get your family a 5 in?
Honestly, it's like to get into a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, going to run a little background check on you, a little credit report on you.
This is not a joke. This is not a joke.
How long are you going to finance this for?
It was a third of the cost if I were to take them to Disneyland.
That's impressive.
For one ticket. I'm not going to say where because I want to dog the place.
Okay.
But it was, and thankfully.
People are paying it, right? So that's why they're charging it, right?
People pay it. So the demand is clearly there. I mean, it's also the only time of year where they make a ton of money.
Yeah.
And so I understand why they do it.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah,
and
that's fair.
they have cool stuff. Like they have cannons and stuff. You can shoot
pumpkins
out of cannons.
You don't fling your animals with cannonballs.
We don't. No, we love our animals
too
much.
Good that you don't
we have some
a lot of money in it. I'm telling you, want to raise.
Can people feed animals at your place?
No. I've thought about it. Like our tortoise special would be pretty easy, but then the only thing I'm worried about is we have a tortoise garden. I don't want kids getting chased down by my tortoises,
Who are expecting food.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So just like begging. So that's why
2.5 miles an hour. I mean, chased by a tortoise, really?
We have some sulcata tortoises, and they will. I mean, they've got these goulards, these spikes on the necks, and they can hurt your shins, So
no kidding.
Yeah. So you got to be careful.
Have you been in the tortoise garden?
I have not.
It's fantastic. You just walk outside and there's all these giant tortoises.
Oh, it's not that cool, but we like it, but it's not. I don't know about fantastic.
Hey,
but
P.T.
keep your
Barnum.
expectation
No,
low,
Pete,
okay?
come on, sell the
If you
system.
want,
Come on.
when's the last time you were next to a giant tortoise?
I don't think I've ever been in the presence
Yes.
of a giant tortoise.
Yeah, you're not in the Galapagos or something,
How long-
so you
how
can
long-
do it in Monroe.
How long do they live? Your
They
giant
can't live over
tortoises?
200 years. So.
Isn't that crazy?
Depending on the type you got, yeah.
That's a long time.
Longer than us, right?
That's a long time.
Different lifestyle, though,
So
for
Boots,
them.
Boots is 23. He's
23.
a young male.
Yeah, so I mean, he's sexually mature. So I mean, if he were
Sexually mature. I don't care about that.
Yeah, it just means he could have kids if he was
okay,
the
fair
right
enough.
size,
He's-
right? So yeah.
How fast can these things move? Because alligators are pretty fast.
Yeah, they're fast. Not as fast as the crocodiles. Some of the crocs can go 30 miles per hour, but alligators, wild ones over 20.
20 mile an hour. They can outrun a golf cart in Florida. I've seen it happen.
Quick question for you. If you're caught out in the open, I learned this on the internet, so you can verify for me if it's true. If you're running away from an alligator, what pattern do you run in? Straight or zigzag?
I run at him and over him. Don't I leap at him? No.
Don't leap at him.
Okay.
No,
I
don't
don't
run
know.
at-
If
don't
you're going
run
into
at
the
him.
water, you don't want to go into the water.
Do you run straight?
No, you don't run straight. You run in a zigzag pattern because they move
Fast,
slower side to side.
Okay.
Because of the tiny little legs, but they're very fast.
See, I'd
Straightforward.
want straight distance. I'd want to put as much
No,
ground.
I'm saying that, but Isaac, can you verify if
Well,
that's
so
true?
for me, honestly, if I'm out there, I'm gonna go as fast as I can. I'm not I did wrestling, but I didn't do
zigzagger?
football, like American football. So
Yeah, one
I'm gonna go
slip
straight
on
as
a
fast
zig.
as I can go. Right?
You zig,
I
he
guess.
zags
They're not
your
super
legs.
smart.
Instinct
So
kicks in. It's like I'm thinking of it like what was that movie Mel Gibson made where those guys are in the with the Mayans and they're like chopping off heads. You know what I'm talking about?
That's terrifying.
Apocalypto.
Oh,
and they run in the pattern so they can't get out.
Yeah,
That's always
yeah.
what I imagine you had to do with an alligator.
See, I just use the buddy system.
But maybe
I visit with a slower,
Push the other
fatter
guy
friend.
back.
That's true.
Same way I swim.
There you go.
Slower,
Time.
fatter friend. I have to be the second slowest guy is all I got to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spike, if you want to go see an alligator with me, no, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. All right,
I got it.
Oh, yeah, no,
Can
just
we
bring it
meet-
down. I'm too slow for you guys. You guys too quick, man.
Can we meet Boots? You brought him with you.
You can, yeah.
You got Boots. We haven't seen him yet, but I do notice that he has 2 padlocks on his cage.
I hear him thumping over there too. He wants to join the
Is that
party.
him?
Yeah.
I thought
That's
you were
him.
kicking the desk.
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's it.
That's Boots.
Oh, hold on.
I didn't
Listen
hear
to
it.
him.
There
That's
we go.
Boots,
Yeah,
man.
he's moving a
That's
little bit.
Boots.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes me a little
Yeah,
nervous.
he wants in.
I wasn't nervous until I heard him. All
No. He's going to
Listen
tape.
to
He's going
that.
to tape his mouth shut for
right,
us.
let's be quiet for one second. Listen to him get upset. Perfect timing, Boots.
Yeah.
He's silent
He's-
now.
He's just
All
not
right.
used to
He's
coming
crafty.
on the road,
He's
so
crafty.
he's just staying at the zoo. So.
What's
Yeah,
the
let him out.
best? What should we do to make sure that we're not going to upset Boots? Should we just take a
You know,
quiet
he's
approach?
probably going to be upset because he's not used to doing this, so I don't bring him out and do off-site events with him. But
Linguini's your media
Who's
star.
slow? Yeah,
right?
no, he's the best. You know,
Linguini
but this
knows.
guy, he's just kind of spazzy, and he makes up for
good.
his size with his personality. He's kind of like a chihuahua.
Oh, great.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Great.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to tape him, so we're going to be okay.
Let's get Boots. Let's tape him up. You want to
Okay.
pull him out there, Isaac?
Oh, my
All
gosh.
right. Isaac is walking over to the big
This
box
is
right now.
fantastic.
I'm going to move this chair so the audience watching can see, hopefully. All right. You got 2 padlocks on there. That feels like a little much. Is that just for the theater of it, or is that actually something that you need? Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. And he's lifting up the lid, and we've got Boots. How's Boots looking? He's not hungry or anything, is he?
I fed him
4
4 rats on Saturday, so he eats like a champ, but he does
4 rats.
goes
Fantastic.
right through his system.
They go
Remember to
right
wash
through.
your
Oh, great.
hands,
They go right
Spike,
through. It
after
says,
this.
I've got Purell aplenty here.
Oh,
Hello.
my gosh.
Yeah. What kind of tape? Oh, wow. Oh, look at him.
Is he hissing? Did I hear a hiss?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like a chihuahua, right?
Oh, can we hold him up to the microphone and let the audience hear? Oh, he's adorable.
gosh, he's-
Look at him.
This is Boots. He's a 23-year-old. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, 2 foot doesn't sound that intimidating until you pull it out of the box and show me the claws and teeth on this thing.
That's. Tell me a little bit about those claws. Is this something we got to worry about? We're not taping
Yeah.
the claws. You got little mittens, little boots,
yeah.
boots.
No, the claws aren't,
No.
aren't a big deal.
He's
No,
gonna
unless
be
it's a
fine.
really
to
big
you.
one.
I noticed the scars on your arms. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I had an alligator bite over here, but it was a lot bigger one. But he let
it's
go
just
pretty
beautiful.
Now, for the listening audience, you're taping up his mouth right now. That looks like electrical tape. This is not a pain for Boots, right? He doesn't mind being taped
quick.
up.
No,
Yeah, he's
no, you
cool.
lot of
He's
people. You don't
cool.
want to go over the nostrils because then they'll get angry, right?
Where are the nostrils at? Is that underneath?
Nostrils right up here on top.
Oh, it's on top. That
okay,
makes sense. I
okay.
don't know much about animals.
No, you're good.
Nose is still part of the
what you-
face, but you know, pretty much.
Is
Yeah,
this
so the
not-
nice thing with the tape, I just do tape when I let other people hold them. So most of my gators are not They're not really bitey, but
yeah.
You know, when I have other people's fingers involved,
That's smart. We appreciate that.
Right?
Yeah.
I noticed that both of you have scooted way
Have you
further away.
noticed
I just
that?
had to adjust our camera
barely-
angles.
we're barely in
You're
the camera.
barely in
I
frame.
The main thing I gotta mention is, so like other reptiles, they don't have a bladder, so you might get peed on.
Okay.
Oh, he's peeing right
and
now.
he's going right. Okay.
That's okay.
Thank you.
That's okay. That happens.
Okay.
You know what?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot of pee-pee.
Oh, never mind. You got pee-pee on me.
All right.
That's
Just a little
okay.
tiny bit. Little tiny bit.
This segment brought to you by Purell and all the fine Purell products we use.
You know what I should have brought with me? I actually have some in my car, I think.
What?
I have diapers because I have a baby. I could just go get a diaper. We could put a diaper on Boots.
Look at Steve, the engineer, is so mad right now that we let an alligator
You're kidding,
whiz in
he's
our.
cackling. This is great.
Is it on the table or is it all on the ground?
No. It's just a little bit got by his foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's none on the table.
If we got a carpet steaming sponsor, we can bring into the studio at some time for a little trade action.
It literally
I'm sure
was
we
a tiny bit. He's totally fine.
God love you there.
Oh,
But
he
it's
looks
okay,
great.
buddy. You're okay.
He looks
Yeah.
great.
You're fine.
All right.
Don't be scared.
Sweet little guy. Sweet little guy.
That is really a beautiful, beautiful animal.
He's a beautiful
I'm guessing
animal.
both of you guys are going to hold him, right?
We're both going to hold him.
I'm actually
yeah.
okay right now, to be honest with you.
You don't need to hold
No,
him?
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
He's fun. The main thing, you just got to be nice and slow. And
Would you be more comfortable if you just held him and we just petted him?
No. I brought him so you guys could hold him. I got some bigger ones I was thinking about bringing, but then you guys can really hold him. So.
Thank you for that. That's
Opportunity
a nice
of a
consideration.
lifetime,
Yeah. This is Isaac Peterson. He's with the Reptile Zoo.
Yeah. If you'd like to take advantage and bring your family out to the Reptile Zoo Monroe, reptilezoo.org, thereptilezoo.org is the website. You can book tickets online. You can call them up, 425.
If you don't do it in person, so right? We're old school.
What's that? You got to do it in person?
Just in person.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. You can't. Wow.
But you can look up times online.
Okay, there you
which is
go.
helpful
Thank
for
you.
People. It's
Can,
like I look up
can people
ferry boat
call
times
to make a
online.
reservation?
No, only in person,
Okay.
yes.
Bring you take cards, all right?
I'm
You're not
old
just a
school,
cash
man.
only
I'm
business, are you?
dinosaur.
Are you cash only?
No.
Okay,
no.
good. So you're not like 18th
We just don't do
century.
Bitcoin, right? We're not,
Okay.
We're not Bitcoin folks. So.
It actually would be a really good investment if you did accept Bitcoin.
Yeah?
Imagine if you were one of the first places to take Bitcoin. You remember that pizza that got bought?
I spent $5 in Bitcoin. It's now worth $800,000.
Yeah.
Were there stories like that?
All right, give me
That's
this cuddly little
look at
sweetie.
This guy.
Okay.
All right.
You want a pad? One of those pads for you there,
You know,
Jake?
as long as he's not going to cover me in here, I think he's done.
He's emptied out.
How should I
Yeah,
hold it?
thanks for taking one for the team.
Like this.
Okay.
So 2 fingers like this, thumb here, a pointer finger here.
Okay, there we go.
Look at you, Skorheim. I'm so
look at
proud of
him.
you right now, buddy. He's beautiful.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice, comfy guy.
Maybe I'm overstating with a nice
What's
thing.
What's he wear? Well, what's he weigh? I mean, what's he
feeling
wear?
than a snake.
He weighs
Is it? Yeah.
probably about, I'd say about 10 pounds.
Yeah, he feels 10. Feels
10 pounds
20,
of
30,
fury?
40, 50. He's very soft for a scaly animal.
And then
He's
have this
very- Okay, there we go.
Glad he got the pee out of his system before you held him.
Oh my!
Right there.
And then get what's left. Get it out now, there, Boots.
Unbelievable.
Right now. Pee on command, Boots.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
So
now.
he's 23 years old. He eats rats.
23.
That's
I
right.
think rats, shrimp.
He's on command.
Shrimp. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Costco shrimp. Yeah. they're not.
You got to buy in bulk when you're feeding gators.
Could somebody have an alligator as a pet? Do you have to have a special license to have an alligator?
So that's the thing with Washington State. So in Washington State, as of 2007, it's very, very hard. There's no permits. There are no licenses. You just have to fall into certain exceptions.
Oh, he's shaking around. There he goes. All right, I'm going to hand him back. There you go.
Yeah.
Sweetie. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah,
I think it's Spike's turn.
Nope, you can keep him. You can keep him right there with you. He seemed kind of over the whole media exposure thing right now.
Yeah.
He really does. He's very comfortable with you.
Well, I would say he likes me. He just
Look at him. That's a
I
hug,
do feed
dude.
him. No, he
That's a
doesn't
hug.
really hug. I would say
You got a rat in your pocket. He's just happy to see you.
That is a good question. Like a baby bird will imprint on the person that they first see when they're hatching. Does he imprint on you?
So I got him a couple years ago, like a year and a half
he was
ago.
21. He'd already been drinking.
So,
yeah.
Been driving for 6 years now, you know.
I have not heard of that happening with, obviously it works with birds, with crocodiles. They definitely, the mothers do actually keep track of their babies the first year, so try to protect
Especially with
them.
him around, yeah.
Well, most reptiles, once the babies hatch, if they're egg laying, they're just on their own.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, these guys, but you got to try this.
Yeah, let me
this
have
is fun.
him.
Here.
Let me have him.
Maybe you might be able to snug them a little bit. Just those teeth, they're not.
No, I won't. Yeah, but
He's very.
I was going to feel that in the neck.
He's very docile. Look at that.
It's not
He's
gonna
nice.
pierce you.
Come here, buddy.
So Spike is lifting him up right now.
Right there?
Watch out for the
he's
PP.
beautiful. I got
Yep.
it.
Sometimes
Notice I'm
he
holding him
pees.
out and away.
Yeah.
For you folks at home, am I off camera? I'm going to swing around here. Come
He's
here.
on camera. There you go. Oh, that's nice. He's actually really sweet. With his mouth shut, he's a lot friendlier looking.
Yeah.
When he opens his mouth and he starts hissing at you, there's just an instinct in me that just kind of.
You're right about how. I'm sorry, I'm getting close to my.
He's soft, right? He's kind of soft.
Incredibly soft.
Yeah.
He's just a beautiful creature.
He's a beautiful creature. Really nice.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're much more manageable compared to the crocs. You know, I wouldn't, even a crocodile this size, I wouldn't just pass them off.
Really?
But gators are just more calm compared to the crocodiles.
Why is that?
So. Just different. I mean, there are, these guys can get big. So the American alligators can get records 19 feet. Males typically top around 10, 12 feet. But crocodiles, for some reason, they're just more high strung.
Incredible. You are incredible.
Just really hard to work
cool.
with comparisons.
Very cool.
If you had to get a crocodile as a pet, of all of them, alligators are the best. American alligators.
American alligators.
Yeah.
The best.
And they're both crocodiles and alligators are native to America?
Yes. So we have mostly gators, right? But if you go to the southern bit of Florida, there are some crocodiles, American crocodiles. Those are the ones that can actually do really well in saltwater.
Wow.
So
there you go. So if folks want to see this guy, I assume he is on display there?
He is
at
on
the
display at the Reptile Zoo, yeah.
All right. Isaac Peterson from the Reptile Zoo in Monroe, thanks for coming in, man.
Get your tickets at the door.
Yeah, go get your tickets.
That's right, thank you.
Nicely done,
and congrats to you guys. I hope it's many, many years of future wonderful success.
Yeah.
You guys do a great business up there.
I appreciate you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks again.
All right, we got a lot more coming up. Well, from one interesting thing to another, we have a naked protest in Oregon, so we'll talk about that next. We'll be right back.
Let's send boots.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
Seattle's morning news.
I'm Charlie Harder.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
The Mariners wrap up the trip to Toronto. We'll recap Game 2 and preview what's next in the ALCS.
It's Microsoft's most used version of Windows, but the end is near. What you need to know if you still use Windows 10.
Hope you can join us tomorrow for all the day's news, traffic, and weather.
5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300. That's 206-656-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
You're miracle workers.
Don't know about that.
My drain was clogged.
Right.
You came in a jiffy.
And got right to work.
Now it's clear.
It's what we do.
Like I said, you're miracle workers.
Actually, we're plumbers.
Apollo plumbers.
You want to see some real miracle workers?
Huh?
Just take a look at Seattle Children's.
Sure.
They're all hope, care, and cure.
All true.
And together, we can help them.
How so?
Your service fee?
Yeah.
Apollo Plumbing is donating it.
To benefit Seattle Children's Hospital.
We're donating all our service fees.
All month.
To help Seattle Children's provide outstanding care and support research.
And ensure no child in need is ever turned away.
That's the goal.
Gotta love that.
Gotta love the work they do at Seattle Children's.
So, I call, you come.
Apollo donates your service fee. All our service fees.
All month?
All the way to $20,000.
That's so Apollo Plumbing.
Always ready, right now.
You really are miracle workers.
Aren't we all?
Maybe so.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. And you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit DanielNelsonMD.com. That's DanielNelsonMD.com.
If you use the SR 167 Express toll lanes after October 20th without a good-to-go account, you'll receive a bill in the mail. That is a change. A good-to-go pass saves $2 on every toll. That is not a change. Learn more at goodtogo167.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. We are a half hour away from Game 2 of the American League Championship Series in Toronto. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has details on the Mariners' official watch party.
After an emotional hangover from Friday night's division series, Game 5 win.
I mean, this is... it's crazy.
Fans can watch the championship series, Game 2 against the Blue Jays for free at Victory Hall across the street from T-Mobile Park, featuring a 23-foot big screen TV, food, wine, and beer, prize giveaways, including autographed baseballs and jerseys. Mariner Moose will also be there. First pitch is 2:03. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
The M's lead the series 1-0. Logan Gilbert gets our start today. Seattle police arrest a man for carrying a loaded, illegal, short-barreled rifle with a 30-round magazine in Pioneer Square. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has more.
It happened Sunday morning at bar closing time. Officers approached a man for trespassing in a Pioneer Square parking lot. Investigators say the rifle fell from the man's car. SPD Detective Eric Munoz says the arrest was part of SPD's nightlife emphasis patrols in Pioneer Square.
We've detained and arrested a man that was in possession of a rifle that he shouldn't have been and possibly prevented something more serious.
The man was cited and released. Charges are expected. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Seattle renters are on the move. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lindsay explains.
A new Rent Cafe study finds that nearly half switch apartments within 2 years. It's not just because rent is going up. The city's booming housing supply and influx of tech workers from companies like Amazon and Microsoft are keeping the turnover high. Not to mention record home prices mean more people are renting longer, and they're looking for better deals. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
And at 1:32, we head over to the real-time traffic desk with Lori.
Traffic is brought to you by Emerald Queen Casino. Trees down on State Route 305. That's at Agate Road. The lanes are open now, but they say they may close again for more tree removal. 405 northbound right at 527. Traffic rolling a little slow. About a 1-minute delay now, Bellevue to Everett. Seattle to Redmond on I-5 and 520, 14-minute drive. And Seattle to Tacoma just a little over a half an hour at 32. Everett to Marysville, I'm still looking at a speed limit drive. A wind advisory on the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The best place to watch all your favorite sports. Featuring wall-to-wall viewing screens, kiosks, and more. Be there at emeraldqueen.com. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Thanks, Lori. Your weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. A pleasant week ahead, sunny through Thursday. This afternoon will top out right around 58. Tuesday and Wednesday will go into the mid-60s. It's sunny and 52 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. If you guys missed last segment, boy, did you miss a fun one. Isaac Peterson from the Reptile Zoo in Monroe was just in. With good news, they get to stay open because so many people, when they heard that they might shut down, they said, no, forget it. We want to be up there. It's great family value, super fun. There's nowhere else we can go in and see all these cool reptiles. Two-headed turtles, cobras, awesome stuff. They have the tortoise garden, lots of cool stuff. And so he brought in an alligator, and Spike and I got to meet an alligator, and one of us got a little bit of pee on us, and so that's kind of fun. Laura, you even got to hold it on the
I held
break.
Boots on the break. And can I be honest, when we were talking, he said 24 inches. I was like, oh, it's going to be like
a baby.
Little baby. And
he's big.
Yeah. Does that not count the tail? That tail was like...
It felt longer than 24
Felt longer than 24 inches.
That's a great question. We should have asked Isaac. We should have him back sometime.
It must count the tail.
Bigger than I thought it would be.
I think they should count the tail. It's not fair if they don't count the tail. All right. We have another story to get to. This one down in Portland. Did you see this one, Spike?
Of course I did.
So 1,000 cyclists?
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about this story. I don't know a ton about this other than the headline, which is a naked bike protest. Do I have that right?
You do. And Oregon's Keep Portland Weird is their city mantra.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all you need to know about Portland, Oregon. And they have had numerous protests with regard to the ICE facility, initially the ICE facility in Portland, and then with the deployment of ICE agents, and now
National
the
Guard troops.
pending federalization of National Natural Guard. These are the natural guards. I didn't even think about that till just now, the bicyclists. Anywho.
That's funnier than what they came up with.
Thank you. They've often had the nude bicyclists. We have them here in Seattle, in Wallingford at the Solstice Parade.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit bigger movement down in Portland. They thought they were going to have this ride anyway. Let's use this as a public showing of peaceful protest against the federalization of National Guard troops. And ICE is more importantly, I think, rather than just this particular incident of the ICE facility, they're protesting ICE's treatment of immigrants, illegal aliens, and illegal immigrants, and sometimes U.S. citizens, and ICE's deployment throughout the United States. So this was much bigger than the city of Portland in the minds of the naked cyclists.
That tells you everything you know. In the minds of the naked cyclists.
Which is often a scary place.
Which is often... a scary place.
Two scary places, the seat and the mind. Scariest places.
How does that work out, by the way? You're a naked cyclist.
If
you're
you're
a
okay.
male.
Uh-huh.
Naked on a bike. Explain.
Careful is the operative word of the day.
Yes. Are you purely standing riding, or are you sitting?
No. You carefully sit. You don't do a lot of motocross.
You don't do a lot of ups and downs.
No, you don't.
You find a comfy spot and you
and
hold
you
it.
stick to it.
Yeah.
And when I say stick to it, I mean that's oftentimes they really do.
Oh, gross. Gross. All right, so they were chanting through the streets. They said, whose streets? Our streets. Protesters chanted. They had signs, a giant sign that said abolish ICE, which is, I don't believe is going to happen. I wonder if they had abolish ICE signs during Obama or Biden's presidency when they deported more people than Trump has. That would be interesting to know. They also said, this is from Miles Thompson. He's a 43-year-old electrical engineer who conducts and plays trumpet in the unpresidential brass band. He says, I think it's critically important to include joy, and that's why we're here. I find nothing joyful about their nakedness, by the way. But he says, we're winning this narrative battle. We're here to show we're not terrorists.
There's zero fear of concealed weapons at this march, right?
I
Gotta
was
give them that.
If I was there, I'd be fearful. I also would make an argument that they're winning the narrative battle. There's just a lot of nakedness. Let's see. Rachel Langford joined the march. She's protesting ICE for the first time on Sunday. Boy, she really jumped into the deep end. The first time she does it, she takes off her pants. The 48-year-old said it was time to stop being a bystander. She said, I just couldn't sit and watch it on my screen anymore.
That's how I felt, too.
So I had to get naked, she says. I think Portland, I put that part in there. She couldn't watch it anymore. She says, I think Portland has really met the moment. Organizers of the World Naked Bike Ride scheduled an emergency ride Sunday. Now, what they did was they went onto the Burnside Bridge. Did you see this video? They went onto the Burnside Bridge. There's like 1,000 of them. They lay down in the road, and they're just naked in the road.
They called that a die-in?
A die-in.
Right? Yeah.
And they shut down a major roadway. So how is that legal? How can they just shut down a major roadway?
That's civil unrest. That's disruptive of public services. I've never been for that with regard to any cause that people are protesting. I'm all for peaceful protests. That's one of our First Amendment rights.
If you look at what's happening in Portland, clearly they're not policing these sides of things because there are assaults happening all the time. We've had videos and news from outside that facility, the ICE facility, and there's been a lot of pushback from the police saying, "Hey, we're going to protect the protesters, but we're not going to protect the federal agents who are there doing their jobs." That you and I both agreed, if your job is to, take people out of the country, then if the federal agents are there to protect the ICE workers who are doing the job, then we agreed that that's okay.
I'm of the mind that two wrongs don't make a right. If ICE agents are lawfully enforcing immigration law in this country, I have no problem with that.
Sure.
These protesters and a lot of people seem to feel that they sometimes step beyond the legal limits.
But these people are
ICE.
Naked, or they're wearing
I'm talking about the
puffed-ups,
naked.
the
inflatable suits.
Animal inflatable suits.
How is that a danger to America?
I didn't say it was a danger.
No, I know.
I'm saying they're not serious people. They're naked, or they're in inflatable children's costumes for Halloween. How are they taking the issue seriously?
I think those naked people are taking it more seriously than I have. They're putting themselves out there. And
way more of themselves.
Exposure. You're really putting yourself out there.
Let me
no
just
pun
say,
intended.
Spike,
yeah.
I beg you, please do not put yourself out there as much as these people are putting themselves out there.
I am much more likely to be in an inflatable unicorn costume than I am to be naked. And I think a grateful public would appreciate that.
I believe that about you.
A grateful nation would thank me. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't need you to be naked.
Let's throw the word hero around.
You are welcome to protest all you want. The nakedness. Here's the other thing. They pay protesters at all of these protests. Can you not hire an attractive person for the naked bike ride? Is that not possible?
Now, is that true that they pay people? Because I've heard that often say they're all paid protesters.
You get the point I'm making. Can they not hire one attractive person just to be the face of the naked bike ride? That's my point. You have paid protesters. We know that they're paid protesters. I'm not all of them, but definitely there's paid protesters. So why not at least hire one attractive person?
Can we put some more budget toward hiring of a protester?
Somebody who looks like they should be naked.
Pay the right amount of money to get a...
It's never the people that you'd want to be naked.
That's always the case. Whether it's a nude beach in France or a bicyclist in Portland, it's never the ones you want to see naked.
I watched this video so you don't have to.
Yeah.
And in the video, it's a bunch of naked people wearing see-through raincoats so that you can see everything. And this one guy driving by has a giant tattoo of a pentagram on his chest, and you just go to yourself, okay, are they serious people? Are they actually trying to prove a point? Or are they just wanting to be there to be naked? I don't know, because I can't
Portland.
see past the nakedness.
Again, it's Portland. I mean, this guy's not naked, but I don't take him seriously. Here's a guy on a...
is that a Darth Vader helmet?
He's got a Darth Vader helmet. He's on a flowered, beflowered, I guess, bedazzled with roses for Portland. Unicycle.
Is that electrical?
That's a regular. No, it's a regular pedaled unicycle. At least he's that committed.
He's old school.
Tighty whities, a Darth Vader helmet, and bagpipes. Again, is this a
That's
serious
their leader.
man?
That's their leader. You think I'm joking, but you look into that guy's credentials, and I guarantee you I almost guarantee you he's one of the organizers.
Unipiper, you're right. The Unipiper. He's notorious. Leading the world's emergency world naked bike ride.
I didn't even know that. I'm just looking at him, and I can tell that he's in charge.
He is their leader, yes.
He's their leader.
He finds our lack of faith disturbing, by the way. I'm not going to say we're in danger, but... He brings a certain force with him.
Here's all I have to say. You look at that guy.
Yeah.
Anything that he has to say, consider the source.
There you go.
All right. This is exciting. You have a very special guest coming in next.
I do. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
This is really
there's
cool.
a great event going on. An event.
For the community.
Someone's doing something nice for the community. We'll tell you about it next.
We
Yeah.
want to highlight that.
Perfect.
So we're going to do that when we come back. And the Mariners are playing in, 22 minutes or something?
T-minus
Game time?
23 minutes, yeah.
We will be right back.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Trajan Wealth Management.
I can't wait till I get a little older.
The John Curley Show.
I get a little bit more hair in my ears.
Weekdays 3 to 7.
And I can be the really crotchety old guy that can say to people in restaurants,
"Why don't you get your kid off the phone?"
You could do that now. No, I'm not there yet. I'm getting close to being eccentric. As my mom used to say, I don't make enough money to be eccentric. I'm just middle-class crazy right now.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube. Weekdays 3 to 7. And download the KIRO Newsradio app.
Hey, Spike O'Neill for Sharp Vision, Modern LASIK and Lens. You know, folks, nothing is as important to us, to me, I should say, can't speak for everybody, but as my vision. And I had perfect vision my entire life, 20/20 vision. Over the last decade or so, I noticed some deterioration. I needed reading glasses. Figured it was time to go take a look at what my eyes could see. Went to the Sharp Vision, Modern LASIK and Lens offices over in Bellevue, had a comprehensive eye exam. They told me I had the beginnings of cataract, and I was a perfect candidate for refractive lens exchange surgery. I had a lot of questions, which they answered, put me completely at ease. In a simple 2-hour procedure, in and out, and a couple of weeks of recovery, I now have the best vision of my life, not just 20/20. I've got 20/10 vision, and I will never develop cataract with refractive lens exchange surgery. I will never need readers. I'll never develop cataract. It's time for you to take a look at things that you could be seeing. Sharp Vision, Modern LASIK and Lens office over in Bellevue. Go visit them or give them a call online, 425-451-2020, 425-451-2020. You can check them out online, sharp-vision.com, sharp with an E-vision.com, official eye care providers of Sounders FC.
Hey, it's John Curley with some great news. If your home's heating or cooling is uneven, noisy, or expensive, listen up. The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump System from Home Comfort Alliance is changing the game. It gives you room-by-room control and next-gen efficiency, so you're only heating where you need it. That means real comfort and real savings, and every Quilt system qualifies for max tax credits. Trusted for 50 years. Call the comfort people today at homecomfortalliance.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with zero investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Open enrollment for Medicare is coming up. Are you ready? Herb Weisbaum, the consumer man here. Get organized early with a Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit from the Insurance Commissioner's Sheba program. Order your free copy today at insurance.wa.gov.
Buy more, save more at Dania Furniture. For a limited time, save $200 instantly for every $800 you spend in our showroom. It's the perfect way to complete your look for less or splurge on your dream piece for your living room, dining room, outdoor space, home office, or bedroom. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at daniafurniture.com.
Welcome back to the show. This is a cool opportunity. We can highlight somebody doing something pretty cool in the community. Spike, you got a guest. Tell us about it.
I do. It's Tanner Tennyson, Integrity Roofing and Construction. The owner is here. Tanner, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks.
You're with us right now because, as I've been telling the audience for the last couple of weeks, Integrity Roofing and Construction is doing something very special during the month of October. Tell me about Integrity Cares and what you guys are doing for a member of the community this month.
Yeah, we give away roofs. We've done it every year. We've always just done it for people in our community that we know that need it, and we don't say anything about it. And so now that we're moving into the Seattle market more, we thought, you know what, there's people over here that need this too.
You're not talking about a patch job. You're not talking about a free inspection, which many companies offer these days, but you're talking about taking a family in need and completely repairing or replacing their roof.
Yeah, whatever they need. So sometimes we do it on siding, sometimes we do it on windows, decks, sometimes we do it on roofs, but it really just is like, you know, if it's a family that is really in need of it and it's not someone just trying to hook their friend up, you know?
I was going to ask about the vetting process. I mean, you said you've been doing this for quite a while with different community members in need.
Yeah.
How do you find people? How have you found people?
Yeah, normally it's just come to us. Normally we'll just know somebody or friend of a friend. They're, you know, someone passed away in the family or something crazy happened. Someone got injured or something wild happened. We were like, oh, we need to help that person out. That's an unfortunate situation. Like, let's jump in. So now we're just trying to make it an annual thing where we're just like, hey, if anyone knows anybody that has a story and a real need that we can meet, let's do it. So
as we've been telling people for the past couple of weeks now, if you go to integrityrc.com, and your page has a section for philanthropy. Mm-hmm. And click on that and you'll find the Integrity Cares. And there's a nomination form.
Yep.
Folks can nominate somebody that they know that, as you mentioned, has fallen on hard times or an incident happened in their life that they just didn't expect. And things are tight for everybody these days.
Yeah.
A new roof is a life-changing thing for a lot of homeowners who think it's just way beyond their means.
Yeah.
So is there somebody that's helping you do this? Is there a partner that you're working with to do this?
Our manufacturers will donate. So Malarkey Roofing Products makes modified asphalt, which lasts longer. It uses upcycled materials and
so this isn't like, what we had left over in the warehouse. You're putting the best things you can put on somebody's roof.
Yeah, this is literally the exact same material that's on my personal house. It's phenomenal. It's called modified asphalt. It upcycles. Every roof that we put on is going to have the average of 350 plastic milk jugs and 6 rubber tires saved from a landfill that makes the product last longer. And it's got a chemical in it that cleans pollution. So when smog particulates fall on your roof at the end of the day, like jet fuel, it's going to take UV rays and convert that smog into a water-soluble ion. So what that means is then when it rains, it's going to wash off pollution off of your roof into food for your plants. So
your environmental studies degree, is that what drove you to? How'd you get into roofing?
Yeah, it was funny. I just had a friend at church was like, hey, you want to help me on a side job? And I was like 14 years old. I was like, sure. And that eventually led to me being in the roofers union, which led to me seeing what modified asphalt. And I was like, what is this? Like, how come no one's getting this as a consumer? And then about 12 years later, this rumor came out that the manufacturer was going to make a shingle for homeowners. And I was like, oh man, too bad I don't own a roofing company. Like, that's going to be really good.
And most people just say too bad I own a roofing company. You decided to start a roofing company.
Yeah, I did, because I was like, consumers should just know the facts. Yeah.
So how important is it to you to be a good member of the community? I mean, that's how you fashion your business.
I try not to make it too political, but like, I think there's a certain amount of responsibility in capitalism. You know, left wing, right wing, whatever, doesn't matter. Like, so there's just a core value that I preach pretty hard at Integrity, which is like, you got to put your responsibilities before your rights. So like, it's my right as a business owner to put more fuel in my yacht and make that like, I want to just have the greatest stuff. Sure, you could look at owning a business that way to be like, I want to buy 10 yachts. Or you could be like, the business should actually have a goal in society. And that has made our culture what it is. So we're always kind of eyes wide open to be like, okay, what can we do if we're a little more thoughtful that would otherwise change a community, rather than just trying to, stroke bigger checks internally.
Squeeze as much money as you can out of the community.
Right.
So we've got till the end of the month for folks to nominate someone that they know that could use a new roof. And it might even be yourself. If you've experienced something in your life that you want to nominate yourself, you're eligible as well. Folks can go to integrityrc.com. That's your website.
Yeah.
And again, go to the philanthropy section, click on the Integrity Cares page and make a nomination.
Yeah, and you can message us on social, on Instagram and Facebook too. Like, we'll see it. We're starting to see entries come in right now. And if it's not like a one size fits all thing. Like, if there's multiples like that are just qualifying and awesome, like, yeah, dude, just love some people and just call it good.
Tanner Tennyson, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for doing this for the community. We appreciate you being a part of it, man. Thanks so much.
Heck yeah. Thanks for getting behind this.
You betcha.
You're the man.
Awesome. Fantastic job, buddy. Oh, I love bringing news like that to the community.
Yeah, that's nice. That's pretty nice. So they can nominate? People
nominate
can nominate
somebody that you know that can need some help. IntegrityRC.com is the website. Yeah, we appreciate you guys doing that for the community today.
Good stuff. All right, we are mere minutes away from the Seattle Mariners Game 2. People are getting very excited about it. We're going to keep doing the show live, coming back. We know many of you are going to go over and check that game out, but we're going to keep giving you updates throughout the show, and we've come up with an interesting way to keep Spike from watching it. We'll be right back.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan, presented by Carter Subaru.
It's one of the busiest roads in our area, and it's one of the most cheated on toll systems in the state. I'm talking 167. That free ride ends next week, and I'm going to tell you all about it in Choke Points, Tuesday morning on Seattle's Morning News.
Chris Sullivan's Choke Points on Seattle's Morning News. Get all of Sully's Choke Points at mynorthwest.com and the KIRO Newsradio app.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
You can count on the Seattle Times for trusted local news and information. The Seattle Times is one of the few independent, locally owned news organizations in the country right here in the Pacific Northwest. Take a closer look with the Seattle Times. Dig into investigative journalism that holds those in power accountable. Discover a new perspective. Gain a deeper understanding. Learn something new about where we live. Subscribe today and don't miss a beat at seattletimes.com/subscribe.
Spike O'Neill here. Sharp Vision Modern LASIK and Lens gave me back the perfect vision I had up until a few years ago. ago. Now, never need glasses again. Never develop cataracts. Been about 6 months since my RLE surgery. My vision is better than it's ever been in my life. Sharp Vision, modern LASIK and lens, privately owned, no corporate shareholders or boardrooms. Dr. Sharp built his business on the principle of always strive to over-accomplish, never overprice. Call 425-451-2020 or go online to sharp-vision.com. That's sharp-vision.com. Official eye care providers of Sounders FC.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore, and every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick it up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Emotions were running high in the Middle East today as Hamas released the living hostages it's held in Gaza. President Trump spoke first in Israel and then traveled to Egypt, where he declared an end to the fighting.
After years of suffering and bloodshed, the war in Gaza is over. Humanitarian aid is now pouring in, including hundreds of truckloads of food and medical equipment and other supplies, much of it paid for by people in this room. Civilians are returning to their homes. The hostages are reuniting. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm just watching it backstage. The level of love and sorrow, I've never seen anything like it.
In Egypt, he was joined by world leaders to discuss the many difficult days ahead. European Council President Antonio Costa.
Today is a day of hope for peace, but we have a long way ahead of us.
CBS's Nancy Cortez in Sharm el-Sheikh.
It is estimated by regional leaders that it will cost about $53 billion to rebuild Gaza, and that money is going to have to be put up by wealthy nations, like some of the countries whose leaders he spoke with today. President Trump made a point of that. He said he's going to be publicizing who hands over money.
There are also unresolved issues like Hamas disarmament and who will govern Gaza. Matt Piper reports a powerful storm continues battering the East Coast.
The wind whipped along the Jersey Shore, and the nor'easter caused delays at New York City area airports.
We're delayed 74 minutes, but we're expecting more delays.
I got a deck of cards. We're going to play gin rummy and maybe hearts.
In Brooklyn, officials say a 76-year-old woman was killed when a solar panel flew off a structure and hit her while she was walking. Now locals have concerns about even more flooding due to an ever-changing weather pattern.
Every once in a blue moon you get a little high tide, but it's all the time it's been high.
Matt Piper, CBS News, New York.
Some military veterans veterans are coming together in Memphis to protest the National Guard deployment there. Matt Gordon served 9 years in the Marines.
We're planning on being a constant presence in the streets, letting the people of Memphis know that the veterans of this country support them and not this blatant, tyrannical overreach of military authority.
They plan to continue their protests as long as the Guard deployment lasts. On Wall Street today, stocks finished higher. The Dow Jones Industrial's up 587 points. The Nasdaq rose by more than 2%. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Take the next step forward in your career with great benefits and an award-winning workplace. Apply at careers.progressive.com.
Well, before Game 2 of the ALCS gets underway just a minute or two away, we'll revisit last night's turning point for the M's. But first, we go to the traffic desk. Here's Lori.
Traffic is brought to you by ProSculpt. Both directions of I-5 in Seattle now pretty heavy between the lake bridges. Seattle to Everett, a 28-minute drive. And if you're heading from Seattle to Federal Way, that's going to be 24 minutes. Westbound 16 slows as you're getting off of I-5 because of the road work there. And South 5 slows through DuPont, and then there's an accident at Slater-Kinney slowing you down again. And once you get past that, pretty heavy all the way to State Route 101. We do have a wind advisory on the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Oh, and we just heard the weekend closure of the 520 bridge for this weekend has been canceled. ProSculpt, the one-day permanent fat loss and skin tightening solution for men and women, offered by New Skin Med Spa in Bellevue. Book your free consultation at prosculpt.com. I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
And good afternoon, I'm Nate Connors. Game 2 of the ALCS is getting underway in Toronto. Last night, Cal Raleigh continued his postseason dominance with a second home run in October, which could not have come at a better time.
The 2-2 to Cal. Swung on, blasted, right field. This is gonna go. It is gone. Cal Raleigh, oh Canada, a solo home run, and this game is tied.
That was the Big Dumper's 14th career home run at Rogers Center in Toronto. Cal has 10 hits so far in the postseason. Ems went on to win last night, of course, by a score of 3-1 and lead the series 1-0. You can catch that game on our sister station, 710 Seattle Sports. T-Mobile Park is rolling out 4 new menu items for the American League Championship Series. Mariners fans can dig into a Snake River chili bowl, a fried pollock sandwich, the Bigfoot barbecue platter, and a huckleberry cannoli. The items will debut for Wednesday's Game 3. They join 6 other postseason food options like the Sasquatch Sundae and, of course, claws and caviar. Now, in its third week, the government shutdown continues. Washington Democratic Congressman Adam Smith tells Seattle Morning News Republicans need at least 7 Democratic votes in the Senate.
Democrats are not going to vote for a pure Donald Trump Republican budget because he's put together the most extreme partisan budget that I've ever seen.
Some of the most pressing matters is what might happen to health care costs and government coverage programs. Now to the weather, brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. A nice change from Sunday's wacky weather. Sunny and near 60 today in Seattle. Right now, it is blue sky and 55 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Lots of great stuff to talk about. You guys missed the alligator that was in studio, an actual alligator who came to visit us in studio. You
Boots.
can go back. His
Yeah,
name is
named
Boots.
Boots. Yeah, Boots.
Ironically named Boots.
Yep.
You can go back and you can watch that on the YouTube feed. You can check it out there. You can also go to the KIRO app and you can watch it there. All right, so if you guys are watching in the KIRO app or on YouTube Live right now, you might notice that Spike has been blinded, not by the alligator, but by...
he did whiz a little bit, but not that, he didn't have aim.
He's been blinded by a mask. We were trying to figure out earlier how I can have the game. The Mariners are playing right now against the Blue Jays, which we normally wouldn't promote because we don't want to send anybody away, but if you're a Mariners fan, I guarantee you're already watching it, and if you're not and you're hanging out with us, then nothing we say can get you over to watch the game, so that's fine. We're very excited for the Mariners. We'll keep you updated as it goes along. But Spike, one of the things that Spike has realized is every time that he watches the Mariners play, they lose, including Game 3, right? I
didn't watch Game 3, and they won in Detroit. We had it on the studio in Game 4 because the start time of that game coordinated with our show, and they lost because I couldn't stop myself from watching. And I'm a very superstitious person.
And I'm superstitious as well, so I like to have the games on in studio so I can keep track with what's going on. And so we're trying to figure out what do we do about that. And so we just said, we'll just blind Spike, which actually makes him more agreeable as a person if he has no use of his sight.
And you're easier to look at.
And I'm easier. Thank you very much.
It works so well on so many fronts.
So Spike is blinded right now. And in studio joining us right now, Spike, you couldn't tell this, but Jason Rance from Seattle Red 770 AM joins us now.
Where?
He felt the IQ go up in this building a little bit. And I knew it was Jason.
I said to me, is Laura reading again? No, that can't be it.
Jason, scooch in here. Spike, feel his face so that you can remember what he looks like.
Oh, I know full well.
I'm just kidding.
Thanks for coming in, brother.
I made these. This is silly, but
what do you got?
It's a little disconcerting to see you with no eyes, so I made you some eyes. I'm going to put these on you right now.
Okay, what do you got? Glasses?
Got two googly eyes getting posted on his big head.
Somebody take a picture because I wish I could see this. I wish you folks at home and you folks at home can see this.
He's cross-eyed but in reverse.
There you go.
But I think it looks nice. It's a lovely likeness. So Spike is going to.
He looks like he's concussed.
He does look like he's concussed.
Goes with me sounding like I'm concussed.
So you're just going
on these 36 years.
You are going to be blind for this whole first segment. So what I want you to imagine is, because you'll have to. I'm going to read to you guys the new Mariners menu. Nate mentioned it just a second ago, but I think it bears repeating.
Postseason menu.
We love to talk postseason menu, new food items that are coming in for
which they didn't
divisional series.
They didn't roll out. Series. They didn't roll out for the standard ticket buyer regular season because we can't afford a lot of the new additions to the menu. The crab legs and caviar.
Crab legs
from
and
the
caviar
ALDS. Priced accordingly. Market pricing, they said.
So they're tell me if you think they're upping their ante here. I will read you a few of these. Jason, I know that you love to talk food at sports games.
Ballpark food.
Normally it's hot dogs. Most people just eat hot dogs.
Which is the right answer.
That's the correct answer.
You're asking what to eat at a ballpark.
Occasionally peanuts can work.
Yeah.
But
Quick question on ballpark hot dogs. What do you put on your hot dog?
It's a dumb question.
What do you put on?
Because there's only one answer. You put mustard and raw onions.
There you have it.
You put raw onions too?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
That crisp, that snap.
Yeah. So
good. Yeah.
It's just yellow sauce. There's no raw onions.
I mean, I'm not opposed to just mustard. Like, that's okay.
Sure.
But I do think that
you've got a more refined palate. Yeah, I get it.
Caviar.
I like to achieve that sometimes with a relish. A dill relish, I think, is a nice addition. But I don't like sweet relish.
That's what makes this the country that it is, gentlemen. That freedom of choice
and freedom. Yeah, that's why our hot dogs are bigger in America. Here's some new food items that are going to be available to the fans. Snake River Chili Bowl. This is from the Mariners. They put this out. A hearty blend of Washington raised beef from Snake River Farms and chili beans simmered with Northwest spices served in a toasted sourdough bread bowl topped with Beecher's cheddar and rosemary sour cream. That sounds pretty good. Jason, what do you think?
I feel like because it is an outdoor stadium, I'm generally okay with the concept of having your neighbors farting up a storm throughout the entire game, but still not the best ballpark food.
There's a lot.
If you have to eat it with a spoon or if it comes in a container like that, I feel like that is just not what is meant to be eaten at these games.
I'm assuming the bread bowl also has some sort of like a paper thing.
It has to be covered,
because I don't want
it could seepage.
Yeah, and I don't want somebody just like holding a bread bowl with their naked hands.
What do you need a bread bowl?
Because you eat the bread bowl.
Fantastic. You don't need
bread bowl.
In this case, they always are putting things in the little helmets. This one at least makes sense if you had a helmet.
Yeah, a helmet would be nice, but
and
you can't eat the helmet.
And then you wear it afterwards, and you have the little
a bread bowl needs
chili sauce.
It needs no explanation. The bread bowl itself.
I'm just saying it's not necessary.
Well, of course it's not necessary, but neither is the cheddar rosemary sour cream. But it's a nice addition, and I appreciate it.
Rosemary sour cream?
I think it's nice. Yeah, a little spice to it.
By the way, if you do get a food in a souvenir cap, Jason, you're absolutely right. You can wear that in late innings, if you're behind the rally cap. A chilied up little cap works wonders in rally cap.
Well, kids will wear it, and they don't care.
Yeah.
I'm loving that he's blind right now. This is actually hilarious.
Who said that? I know who said
What's that?
My ears are so sharp, and when my eyes are gone, this is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus, I listen better.
You do listen better.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this one. Hook, line, and sinker sandwich. It's a crispy fried pollock filet layered with shredded lettuce and American cheese, finished with a tangy caviar tartar sauce on a buttered brioche bun. A true nod to the sound. What's with all the caviar? I feel like they're reaching a little bit. Too much caviar.
It's unnecessary.
Unnecessary. A little garnish, I understand, but not at a ballpark. We talked about in the divisional series. They introduced the
crab legs and
crab legs, crab
fresh. Like, come on.
Good
It's so funny.
Lord.
You and I, we went to one game this season.
Yeah.
And I've told this story on my show many times. We walked around, looked at all of these different options, and we were out there for probably 45 minutes, and we ended up with the Kempler hot dogs for $1.50.
Value dog.
They were.
You bet.
We ended up with the value
That's the
dog.
best.
It was the best.
It was
Baseball.
great.
Value dog and a beer. All right, here's some other options for you. Bigfoot barbecue platter. I like barbecue. This sounds pretty good. Shareable feast.
Messy.
Bad idea. You lost me at shareable feast.
That's the hot Lincoln rib.
How are you shareable feasting at it when you're seated 3 seats apart? A full rack of slow smoked pork ribs glazed with huckleberry barbecue sauce paired with apple cabbage slaw, beer braised baked beans, and buttery cornbread built for legends, the Mariners say.
How do you
on.
eat that at your seat?
How do you do that?
Guys,
Are they serious?
slaw.
How do you do that? This is a 3-course meal they've just described.
They really do.
It sounds good. Now, if this was a seated restaurant, we would probably order that.
If I'm at the
But it
Hit It
doesn't
Here
make sense
Cafe,
here. Yeah.
I'm ordering the Bigfoot barbecue platter all day.
You can
All
eat that.
day.
You can eat that in the concourse. You know, there are stand-up facilities that you can stop and eat at the concourse. But I'm with you. You don't take
Up
that
in
to
the
your seat.
suites.
Oh, in the
You
suites,
guys are
this is
talking like
perfect.
you've never
Yeah.
experienced the sweet lifestyle.
First of all, I only go if it's the suite or the Diamond Club. Number 2, that's called we get it all catered.
That's true.
We don't go with the normal people.
Right, you're not visiting booth to booth.
Yeah, I'm not
You don't
walking.
wanna
Things are
eat with
delivered
the
on
normies.
silver
around
trays.
one time with Jake and met all the normies. It was very uncomfortable.
We call that
Really
Gen
nice.
Pop in the joint.
Yeah.
A little handshaking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Glad
glad
hand-
handing.
yeah, you
I
betcha.
enjoyed it because I kept, meeting a lot of people. They didn't know who I was, but I kept introducing myself, which was
Yeah.
lovely.
Waiting.
Trust me when I tell you, the Bigfoot platter is going to be popular. That's going to be popular at the ALCS.
Why is it going to be popular?
Because
There's
it's
so
everything you ever wanted in meat.
That's true.
Right there at a ball game, you got the best of America. You got meat, you got baseball. You're outside. You're at the park with your compatriots.
Well, with everyone
This is heaven.
standing the entire game, now you've got that going on. It's too much.
Yeah,
it
you're right.
tastes really good, but
Yeah.
it sounds really good,
It's
but
a lot
it's
for a
just too
seat.
much.
Consider your seatmates if you think bringing that back into the section.
We were supposed to share with them.
Here's the other thing.
They pass ribs like seat to seat to seat.
I just that's a lot of food to eat while you're cheering. I mean, you feel like you're
You can't clap
The
or
perfect
anything.
thing
You
about a
can't
hot
clap.
dog is that it takes 2 minutes to eat, and you can still focus on the game. If I'm having to be very careful about how I'm proportioning my ribs to slaw ratio
Which you
as
have
I'm
to.
eating, which you
Yeah,
have to.
You do.
All right, the last one here that I noticed is the hucklenut cannoli. It's a crispy rosemary scented
say that again.
hucklenut.
Okay.
The crispy rosemary scented ricotta cannoli shells filled with a huckleberry sweet cream finished with toasted hazelnuts and drizzled in smoked huckleberry caramel.
What am I,
a
the Met?
Northwest twist on an Italian classic.
Yeah, who is the audience for that one?
The guy who can pay $1,200 a seat. That's who the audience is.
Is he just finished a big put platter and he's like, I'm still a little snacky, peckish.
Beautiful.
But that's a savory
hucklenut
dessert.
cannoli.
It does sound delightful.
I wouldn't eat that.
Rosemary?
Yeah, I like a
Rosemary. I
That's-
like in a
I'm a big
salty
huckleberry
sour
fan.
cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it on a bread bowl, not on a cannoli.
Not a cannoli. That's just weird.
It's too much. All right, I would still probably go with a hot dog. I'd be most tempted by the bread bowl, I think. And if those are my only options, I think the bread bowl is enticing. All right, let's get to some other stuff today.
Mariners doing all right now.
Spike, no,
It's
you
100
you
to
can know.
0.
It's not 100 to 0.
He
Spike,
hasn't screened yet.
can I give you the update?
Can we tell him?
Can I tell
yeah,
you?
I could.
Because you're not watching.
As long as I don't watch.
All right, it's the top of the first.
Okay.
There's one out.
Okay.
It's 3-0. Mariners.
Oh.
Top of the first.
Don't toy with me.
I'm not
Don't
toying with you, and you can't see this.
No, I don't.
As
watch.
evidenced by the fact
I'm
that I can
telling you
smack
guys.
you in the face
I'm
right now,
telling
and
you.
you wouldn't know. Ow!
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
exactly.
you. See, because we care about the audience, and I
All
care
right.
about this team.
2 outs now. It looks
Okay,
like 2
I
outs.
can't watch. I don't care how far ahead
Don't
they get.
watch.
That's where I fell into trouble in Game 4.
Don't do it. Don't watch a bit. All right, go Mariners. All right, here's another
How
thing.
are we doing on time? I can't see the clock. How are we doing on time this break?
Oh, all of a sudden you care about clock integrity.
Takes a village,
Andrew,
my friend.
does he care about clock integrity?
No, he doesn't.
I can't see Andrew
Listen,
shaking
we're
his
working
head
on
no.
it. We're working on
We
it,
are.
Jason. Thank you very much. Andrew knows we've made a commitment to try to be better on the clocks. We
I don't know what
sometimes
you're
run a
talking
little afoul of the clocks. Yes,
Sometimes.
that's a problem for us. Whatever. We're still finding our
We're finding our way.
pacing.
We're finding our way.
At some
because we
point.
care.
Like
Says
the blind leading
man.
the blind.
That's us. I'll drive.
All right, let's get to this real fast. I spent all morning watching these videos. The 20 remaining living hostages that were being held by Hamas were released this morning. This was a massive. If you look on the TV, you can't see this right now, Spike, because you're blind. But on CNN right now, they have in Tel Aviv, they have a massive crowd. And they are all celebrating because these hostages have now been released. And Jason, did you have the same reaction I did when you were watching as these 20 male hostages, and there was no female hostages who survived up until this point, left? There was, I think, 48 still unaccounted for, and 28 are people who have been deceased and or killed.
Have those remains been returned as well? I know there's a schedule for
Not
that,
all.
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But watching these families be reunited, watching these young men be reunited with their parents, I didn't intend to have such an emotional reaction to it, but as I was watching it, I just video after video after video, I just started crying. And I was wondering if you had the same reaction, Jason.
100%. I don't know anyone who can see any of these videos and not have that kind of reaction, but it was a little bit more complicated on my end because I'll be honest, I started to get a little bit angry after I got teary-eyed watching these videos because I'm not going to forget the people who were arguing on the side of the people who took these innocent civilians hostage. Mm-hmm. And it's hard not to think about the folks who were either cheering on Hamas or pretending that somehow hostages were okay. You had a comment that was made this morning by Cristiano Mampor, who since apologized for this, saying that, Gazans were treated worse than the hostages. Like, those are the kinds of things that are not just factually inaccurate, but just ghoulish to even say or think. Mm-hmm. And I can't get over that. And maybe, that's me being a Jew who's tied to this slightly differently than non-Jews. But I'm not going to forget that. I'm certainly glad that this happened. Kudos to this administration for getting it done. Kudos to the Netanyahu administration for getting it done as well. And you can only hope that things will get better in this region. It's not going to be easy after today. This is, in a lot of ways, the easiest part of this multi-phase ceasefire agreement, but hopefully we're going on the right path.
And not to be, you're absolutely right. This might be the easiest part of this negotiation and this progress toward a lasting peace in the Middle East, but it wasn't easy.
Nope.
I know you're not trying to insinuate that at all. This is an amazing accomplishment from this administration. It's hard for me to say that, but I genuinely mean that this was a very hard fought, if not, negotiated agreement, at least even to get to this stage, mm-hmm. where so many had failed previously to get the release of these hostages.
And we were told it couldn't happen, right? I mean, we were told this over and over again, not just by critics of Donald Trump, but just saying to bring these two sides together that are clearly and obviously incompatible
even this
with one
far
another.
Down the path of peace.
Yep.
Yeah, but now comes the real work, and I genuinely am hoping and praying that this administration has the ability to follow through and do what it takes to make sure that this works.
And the region has to have the commitment because, again,
absolutely.
Hamas, the reporting is obviously that Hamas does not want to give up its arms. You cannot have an agreement here unless they are completely de-armed and out of power. That's the only way you can make
out
this
of power.
work.
That's almost more crucial, I think, to this than the arms element.
Yeah,
this is out of power.
Well, they won't be out of power if they're still armed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
The biggest issue, of course, is bringing people onto the ground, the folks who are going to be the peacekeepers who try to rebuild. They're not going to go in if Hamas still has arms.
How helpful was it, do you think, with Trump reaching out to the other leaders in the region and getting them to apply the pressure?
This was a relationship-driven ceasefire, that it wasn't just our relationship with Israel, but it was particular Trump's relationship with the Qatari government. Mm-hmm. And Qatar felt some additional pressure with the bombing attack by Israel, specifically going after Hamas leadership, and they realized, okay, look, we're trying to be equal arbiters in all of this. We're not going to be able to get away with that. Israel obviously means business. Again, kudos to Netanyahu in this case, where we were told if he bombs in Iran, if he bombs in Qatar, none of this could happen. No, that's in large part why this happened. You combine that kind of pressure, the military pressure, and the willingness to get the job done with the relationship that was created by Trump and obviously Howard Lutnick playing a crucial role in all of this. Yeah. And it got to that point. Egypt was always going to be movable. It was the Qatari government. And while we have an interesting relationship, I suppose, with the Qataris, this was because of that friendship that goes back not just weeks but years.
Yeah. Spike, you look like you leaned into your mic. Did you? I'm
just trying to make sure when I do say something, I know where the microphone is. Remember, this whole show's in Braille to me now, Jake.
For the audience who's not watching, Spike is blinded right now.
I'm genuinely, but I enjoy this because the ears, I can hear everything that Jason is saying. I'm not looking at other things. I'm not looking to make my argument later. I'm just listening to what's going on, and it's what's well said.
Well, I got to say, just to come back for a second to those videos of those families being reunited with their sons. There was one in particular, Jason, that you and I were talking about earlier. There was a father who had a stroke. Was it before or after his son was taken hostage?
I don't know the timing, but he was someone who had to essentially relearn how to speak.
He was in a wheelchair,
and he
couldn't speak.
His son's name, and was in a wheelchair, and he stood up to embrace his son. It's amazing.
That will floor anybody, especially any parent out there. These videos are just beautiful, and God bless these families. I'm so thrilled that they get to have their sons back. I mean, I posted a video on my X page of a family who didn't even know that their son had survived and was taken hostage until February, when another one of the hostage who's been released confirmed his life was still there to be rescued. And so they had lost their son. They thought their son was dead. And I watched a video of that family be reunited with him. And when you're watching these people, these parents melting into their son's arm, and the sons who were all hostage holding their parents like little kids.
They were the strength in that moment because the parents had been 2 years not knowing if their family was even alive,
and
or if they'd ever be a chance
you
to
can tell the
again.
power of these videos because you can air them all right now. They're not in English, and every single person will know exactly what's happening.
It doesn't even matter.
Video.
Yeah, we all know what they're saying. Yep. Absolutely. All right, Jason Rantz, 770 Seattle Red, Jason Rantz Show. Check it out there. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we got a lot more coming up. We are going to talk about what happens with the Mariners going forward. Whether they win this game or not, they are coming back here in just 2 days. And so we're going to talk with Mike Lefko from 710 Seattle Sports about that. Stick around. Be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Sharp Vision Modern LASIK and Lens.
The John Curley Show.
And the reason I love autumn the most, and I guess that's why I love to grow pumpkins,
Weekdays 3 to 7.
is because it's nature telling you summer is over and soon it will be dark and it will be cold and there will be no light. And just before, nature says, here's a prize for you because we know you're going to go into hibernation. So here's orange and yellow and fiery colors everywhere. So this is our final gift to you.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube.
Cancer impacts so many families, including mine. Former Washington Husky Mario Bailey here. My mother was treated for cancer at UW Medicine. As devastating as cancer is, there is hope because the Cancer Vaccine Institute is developing vaccines to treat and prevent the deadliest cancers. Patients who received vaccines over 20 years ago are still alive today. Please join me and make a donation to the Cancer Vaccine Institute at local Safeway stores. Learn more at uwcvi.org.
Wellness. How do you practice it easily every day? At Olympic Hot Tub, we have more ways to achieve total wellness at home than ever before. Immerse yourself and let jets melt stress away in a saltwater hot spring spa. Swim in the privacy of your own backyard in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to cozy warmth and detox in an amazing Tilo sauna. Then awaken your mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Better you, better life.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with zero investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Buy more, save more at Dania Furniture. For a limited time, save $200 instantly for every $800 you spend in our showroom. It's the perfect way to complete your look for less or splurge on your dream piece for your living room, dining room, outdoor space, home office, or bedroom. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at daniafurniture.com.
If you have Medicaid and are new to Medicare, you may qualify to enroll in a Humana Medicare Advantage dual-eligible special needs plan with a lot more benefits like dental, vision, and hearing, along with helpful support when you need it most. Now is the time to see if you qualify to enroll. It only takes a few minutes to find out if you're eligible. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well. Learn more at humanaduals.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a dual-eligible special needs HMO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and autopay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Save 30% on select perennials now at Sky Nursery.
I'm Jen, the greenhouse manager at Sky Nursery. For gardeners in the Pacific Northwest, fall is like a second spring. It's a great time to plant. You have so many options that will look gorgeous now and set you up beautifully for next year's springtime garden. Sky Nursery, the gardener's garden store, no matter the time of year.
Save 30% on select perennials while supplies last. More savings and details at skynursery.com.
Too many breakup songs getting you down? Put a little bossa nova in the playlist. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Get a good-to-go pass to save $2 every time you use it, and on other toll roads in Washington.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Nate Connors. Game 2 is off to a phenomenal start for the Mariners.
The stretch and the pitch. Julio swinging a drive deep down the left field line. Stay fair. It is a fair ball. Goodbye, baseball. The Mariners have a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first inning.
And now we're in the bottom of the first, and the Blue Jays already have scored a couple. This is going to be a tight game. Other news we're following, Westlake Park is getting a major upgrade. Seattle Parks Foundation says the 1988 built park no longer meets the city's needs. The redesign adds crash-rated bollards, improves the stage, and enhances tree conditions. The park is shut down until May 2026. A miraculous weekend for those in Israel as the final group of Israeli hostages was released from Hamas. Washington U.S. Representative Adam Smith tells Seattle Morning News.
It's been a long, devastating war. So getting it over with is a huge positive. It should have happened a lot sooner than it did. And, of course, the next key question is what comes next.
Smith says there has to be a future built for the Palestinian people, including an alternative governing structure for Hamas. He urges President Trump to stay engaged and keep the pressure on all parties. Israel and Hamas still have not come to an agreement on the other provisions of the peace plan. A 5-minute brawl inside the Thurston County Jail left several deputies hurt. The sheriff posted on Facebook that it started when an inmate attacked another in the G dorm. Deputies tried to break it up, but the inmate fought back hard. One deputy's knee was twisted. Another, a sergeant, chipped a tooth. The inmate ended up with a black eye and will be moved to isolation. They've now rebooked him for assaulting a corrections officer. And now let's check out the real-time traffic at the traffic desk. Here's Lori.
Traffic is brought to you by Emerald Queen Casino. Northbound I-5 in Linwood, right at 164th. Look out for a collision. It's taking up 2 right lanes and 1 left lane. So it's very slow passing through that scene. Seattle to Bellevue right now on 520 is a 10-minute drive. I-90 just 11 minutes. Westbound 16 still a little slow as you get off from I-5 because of that road work. Everett to Marysville about 8 minutes now. And 405 is slowing right now, approaching I-90. I'm not seeing an accident. Southbound I-5 slows between both lake bridges. South 5 slows through DuPont and then Slater-Kinney. They just cleared an accident and then slow again approaching State Route 101. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest, the best place to watch all your favorite sports featuring wall-to-wall viewing screens, kiosks, and more. Be there at emeraldqueen.com. And Nate, I don't know how you're keeping a straight face in there with Spike blindfolded.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to look.
I'm Lori, KIRO Real-Time Traffic.
Thanks, Lori. Your weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Sunny and near 60 this afternoon. Is going to get cold the next few nights, though. Lows right around 40 in Seattle. Right now, sunny and 57 in downtown Seattle. I'm Nate Connors, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. All right, Mariners are playing Blue Jays right now. Everybody who's not listening to us is probably watching that game, but if you are listening to us, you'd like an update on it. Mariners are up 3-2 right now, so we will keep you updated as we go. If you're watching us on YouTube Live, or if you are a new guest in the studio, like Mike Lefko is from 710 Seattle Sports, you probably have noticed that Spike is wearing a blinder. He cannot see. Have you noticed this, Mike?
I am confused by this. So, yes, I would love an explanation.
Okay, Spike, please explain.
It's a nice getup.
I'm a very superstitious guy. Baseball's one of the most superstitious sports I think there is. From players to fans, we all have a little something we try to do to help the team with regard to their vibes, their mojo. And I've found this season that when I watch the games in person or on TV, the Mariners have lost. I mean, every single time I've watched. When I don't watch, when I purposefully miss the game, skip watching the game, the M's have won. This has played out to be true throughout the course of the postseason. I didn't watch Game 3. We won. I watched Game 4 in the studio because it was on simultaneously with the show, and we lost. Today's scheduling meant that we had to be on air for a full hour during the Mariners Game 2 in Toronto. Jake watches the game. That's his superstition. He has to watch the games. Me, I can't watch the games. This was the compromise we came up with.
So you didn't watch any of Game 5?
I didn't watch
Not knowing if the season would have ended?
Not a
15 innings? How did you find out they won?
I texted him during the game to say, I hope you're not watching.
And I said, stop texting me. I don't want to know anything about this.
Do you listen? Do you look at the scores? You're just oblivious.
I tune myself away from social media as to not get spoilers.
Yeah.
When did you decide I want to find out if they won or not?
I wait till I give the game time to figure it out, and I did.
So Friday
night.
Friday you checked and it was still happening.
Yes, I checked it. I checked it was still happening. I'm like, okay, but I didn't watch for a minute. And even when I hear updates, when I found out, okay, they're still tied. It's inning 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I didn't watch, and they prevailed. So I'm doing my part, skipping these amazing games.
Yeah.
Historical game Friday night. Amazing game last night in Toronto that I also did not watch.
Careful what you start as your routine.
I'll ride this. I'll ride this all the way to November if I have to.
Listen,
I will,
and we will be a grateful region if you do.
Can I say something? We mentioned when I decided to not watch, and I literally accepted this blinder. to not watch the game, and that the other sentences were heightened when I did this, so I can hear a lot better. When we do these multiple person interviews, I can listen for moments and not stomp and walk all over each other's speech. But the other sense that has been heightened is my sense of smell. Was there an alligator in here recently?
There was an alligator.
Did that alligator
How did you know that?
Did that alligator relieve itself
It
anywhere
did.
near the carpeting below my workstation? Here?
Absolutely, it did. How did you know that?
That old sniffer's got much more sensitive.
That's amazing.
I'm hoping you guys can't notice because, man, that is powerful.
Mike thinks we're joking. There was an alligator in here. Yeah.
No,
I did have an alligator in here just a little
What
bit
a
ago.
strange show you guys have had.
Yeah.
I've just kind of stumbled on the very end of it.
It's only weird if it doesn't work.
But
You
it
know what I'm
works.
saying to you?
Yeah,
It works.
people
So
are
far, it's
loving it.
working.
The fascinating lives you lead.
Yeah.
Mike,
Well.
tell us about the next game. So we will get two
Like
games
this one right now.
in Seattle. The next game is going to be
At least 2 games.
At least 2 games in Seattle, even possibly a fifth.
No, I'll
game.
tell you what. If you only get 2 games in Seattle, it means you've swept. So that's
means they've done
fantastic.
great.
That's
That's
incredible.
true. That's
That would be the greatest thing ever.
So
You're
tell-
likely looking at 3 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which is just going to be remarkable.
Yeah.
The most insane, the most energetic, the most chaotic crowd that this city has maybe ever seen.
What are those start times? Because these afternoon games, I
Oh, you're
gotta be
throwing me
honest,
off because they're all
not
strange.
great.
It's 5:03
Okay,
on
that's-
Wednesday.
that's Wednesday.
5, either 38 or 33. They're throwing weird ones in there on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then 2 something
I thought
on
I heard
Friday.
305. I heard
Oh, that
305
does
last I heard.
depend, on Brewers.
Isn't it funny that they
Dodgers.
can just monkey us
305.
around
Yeah, I think
at will?
305, you're right.
We're the market that gets pushed around by the results of other ball games.
Well,
it's been that way throughout.
the Wednesday, Thursday ones are great. I think
Okay.
5 o'clock is the
Yeah,
best. That's
I
the
like
latest
that.
you're going to get. It's
Yeah,
8
it's
o'clock
East
on the East
Coast time,
Coast.
you bet,
So
yeah.
that's fantastic. And you saw Friday night, a 5 o'clock start, what that did for the crowd.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, Thursday, going to be unbelievable.
And the way the Mariners play, sometimes a 5 o'clock game means you're staying up till almost 11 to watch it. So we just don't, it's going to be great. I'm super excited. I'm thrilled they're coming back. I'm thrilled that they seem to be doing well. They're ahead right now, although they're only up.
Oh,
no updates either. Oh, wow.
I try not to.
Oh,
I try.
all right.
I don't
You have a
seek
few minutes
them
left.
out.
That's all right.
If they bounce through,
Okay.
No
Come on.
inning, no score.
You can make it through.
All right, well,
guys. You
here,
can make it through.
I'll say this.
Say this.
Here's what's going to be incredible and what's going to be so important about these home games. No team in the second half of the season post All-Star break, and I don't count that Dodger series because the Mariners were resting all of their starters. They had already clinched. No one was playing on that final Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So in the entire second half, when they were actually playing their starters and they're actually playing for something, no team except the Milwaukee Brewers, the best team in baseball, beat the Mariners in more than 2 games at home. So no one won a series against them except the Brewers. So if you're the Blue Jays, you now have to come in and win multiple games in Seattle, and no one has done that in the second half of the season since you have this full complement of Josh Naylor and Suarez and everyone kind of finding their place. The Mariners were the best team in baseball post All-Star break at home. You saw that play out. The Tigers could not beat them in 2 games at home. That was the difference. And now you're going to have a series lead or a series tie coming home for 3 games.
How big a deal was it that they won last night?
Huge.
Tell
Massive.
us a bit about that.
So everything that we thought would be the advantage for the Mariners in Game 1 of the ALDS happened for the Blue Jays. So the Mariners used every single pitcher at their disposal on Friday. The Blue Jays had wrapped up the series like Wednesday night. They were sitting, ready to go. They lined up their best pitcher, the guy who started, Kevin Gossman. Their ace, who late in the season, actually, a big game against the Astros, went a complete game shutout, allowed just 2 hits. So everything was stacked up for the Blue Jays and at home, where that place is raucous. Everything was perfectly allotted for the Blue Jays to win, except Bryce Miller said, you know what? I don't care about all that. I don't care about momentum. I don't care how tired we are. He threw 6 innings after pitching just 3 days ago. So he only had 3 days of rest, which normal rest for a pitcher, because the strain on your arm and how much you're throwing, is 4 days. He throws 3 days of rest for the first time ever, goes 6 complete innings.
And the first pitch of the game, Bryce Miller throws the first pitch, and you get rocked.
It looked terrible. So not just that and then the walk right after.
Yeah.
That's what worried me more. One pitch, okay, you make a little mistake. The walk right after worried me. It's like, he's having a lot of trouble getting these batters out. 12 pitches result in a walk. So you've thrown 13 pitches. It's 1-0 Blue Jays. You have no outs yet. And then he just goes like 7-pitch innings, 7-pitch inning, 8-pitch inning.
He pitched 27 pitches in the first inning.
How can you see what you're reading, Spike?
I'm not looking at TV. I've got an iPod right here.
There you go.
27 pitches in the first inning, but a total of 76 pitches total. The Mariners pitching staff won that game throwing 100 pitches total.
The 100 on the whole night?
The whole night was 100
27
pitches.
in the first inning.
So this bullpen has been just knock wood. Lockdown, lights out, the Mariner bullpen.
And Logan Gilbert's probably not going to go far today because he's only on 2 days rest. So he's coming off. He threw 34 pitches on Friday. He's out here starting because they have no pitchers. So we'll see what he does.
Gilbert pitched in relief for the first time in his career. Luis Castillo pitched in relief on Friday night for the first time in his career.
Yeah, there was 15 pitchers used between the two teams.
Unbelievable.
Friday night, 472 pitches between the two teams. And we pitched, just 100 that night?
The entirety of the ball game. After the first swing of the game, the Toronto Blue Jays, who had scored 19 runs in their 2 wins in the ALD, or the wild card series, the ALDS, they hadn't... They scored the first swing of the game and then not another runner. They had one other base runner, I believe. Couple of 3 walks, 1 hit.
Mike, can you give us in the last few seconds we have, and then we got to go, but give us your prediction for how this series is going to play out.
It's going to be high scoring. I think these two teams are showing it right now in this game, and the Blue Jays aren't going to stay silent for long. Mariners come back home with some momentum. I think you'll see a lot of high scoring, 7-5, 6-4 kind of games. So expect a lot of offense.
Awesome. All right, that's Mike Lefko, 710 Seattle Sports. You're going to do the post game tonight, right?
Yeah,
over there on
tune
710.
over to Seattle Sports after this one ends.
All right, guys, we got a lot more coming up. We got your text messages next. We will be right back.
Seattle's morning news.
I'm Charlie Harder.
And I'm Amanda Factor.
The Mariners wrap up the trip to Toronto. We'll recap Game 2 and preview what's next in the ALCS.
It's Microsoft's most used version of Windows, but the end is near. What you need to know if you still use Windows 10.
Hope you can join us tomorrow for all the day's news, traffic, and weather.
5 to 9 on Seattle's Morning News.
We're on YouTube, our app, your smart speaker, and 97.3 FM.
Hey, Spike O'Neill for Integrity Roofing and Construction. You've been raving about Integrity for almost a year now. Well, this month, Integrity Roofing and Construction is giving away a free roof to somebody in need. That's right, a free roof. If you know a family who could use an extra helping hand and a new roof, or maybe it's you, go to IntegrityRC.com and click on their philanthropy section. Go to the Integrity Cares page and nominate someone in need. Could be a family you know, could be yourself. The contest runs through November 1st, so get in there and do it today. IntegrityRC.com is the website. Integrity Roofing and Construction, because doing the right thing matters.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
we meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security. Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Are you happy with how you're feeling these days?
Are you slowing down physically or mentally? Ever wonder what your life will be like 10 to 15 years from now? Most of us don't really know how we're aging or if we can even do anything about it. But here's the truth. Knowledge is power, and that's exactly where we start at Longevity Medical Clinic. We run advanced diagnostics to find out what's really going on inside your body, and then we create a personalized hormone and health optimization plan designed specifically to help you live better starting now. Our patients are often amazed by what they discover in their blood work, and even more amazed at how quickly they start to feel like themselves again. This isn't guesswork, it's science, it's personal, and it works. Take the first step today. Call 866-86-YOUNG or visit lmclinic.com to schedule your free consultation. Longevity Medical Clinic. Feel better today and every day after that.
Jason Rance here with our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn from None Better Tax Resolution. So, Greg, we've got a new administration. What have we seen as a result at the IRS?
Well, the result that I think everyone is seeing is, unfortunately, a reduction in staff.
And yet people think that because of those reductions, they're in a better spot.
Well, it's not necessarily the case, because the IRS is still going to work with the staff that they have. And in fact, their collection activity is going up.
But now is also the best time to get something done that could be favorable to the taxpayer who owes.
It's very interesting. I've had 2 cases now that I was able to get settled with the IRS fairly quickly and with some excellent results. I think they're just trying to get any case where there's a real live person working on it through the system quicker. They're needing to handle a lot more cases. The caseload isn't going to slow down.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, call Greg Nunn, None Better Tax Resolution, 425-947-1967, or Google NUNN, None Better Tax Resolution.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, it's John Curley with some great news. If your home's heating or cooling is uneven, noisy, or expensive, listen up. The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump System from Home Comfort Lines is changing the game. It gives you room-by-room control and next-gen efficiency, so you're only heating where you need it. That means real comfort and real savings. And every quilt system qualifies for max tax credits. Trusted for 50 years. Call the comfort people today at homecomfortalliance.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. We got a bunch of text messages, so Laura, why don't you fire away? Get us going here.
This was my favorite one of the whole day. It almost sounds like we could have written it, but instead it's like a testimonial from a listener about our YouTube and our live stream. Amber in Kitsap says, I had occasion to finally watch the show today. Amazing, in a good way, to see how people look versus what I imagined. I loved seeing Aaron G's face at the Mariners news. The only thing better was Jake's reaction to calling Boots cute during the Reptile Zoo segment. Nice. But googly-eyed Spike is the best. All the more reason to watch radio. Fellow listeners, if you haven't tried the YouTube or video stream, it is fun.
She's absolutely right.
That's
your
so sweet.
Googly-eyed mask is pretty fantastic.
And today is the day to watch.
Today's
really.
the day to watch. Absolutely.
On the Mariners, Beth and Everett says, thank you for your superstitious sacrifice, Spike. I appreciate that. It's not easy to do this.
People might be wondering how you're reading these text messages. What you're doing is you're
my,
staring straight down.
Yep.
You have the mask covering the upper part of your eyes so you can't look up to see the TV.
Correct.
And I translated it into Braille, just to be safe.
Thank you. Look at that. It is, yeah.
All right. Kirk in Mount Vernon says, I'm with you, Spike. Every time I turn the game on, they either lose the lead or they can't put runners in scoring position, so I'm banned from actually watching the games. I have to leave the room if it looks like they're starting to do good. That's a shame. But you know what? Every little bit helps. So thank you, Kirk, for your sacrifice. We appreciate it.
It's a team effort, really.
Absolutely.
Debbie from Seattle says, I was at the game and that 15 innings put my pacemaker to a real test. Yay, Humpy.
Very nice and great transition there, Laura. We have news on Humpy, right? You're trying to get Humpy in studio.
I'm trying to get, this is the hardest get ever, harder than the mayor, really.
He is.
But
he's doing better.
We're going to see if Humpy can what would he, swim, waddle his way down to the
he runs.
Station tomorrow?
He's very fast.
He runs, yeah.
He's very fast. So Humpy's going to be with us tomorrow. We don't know at what time, but we hear he's going, we're hoping he's going to be in studio with us tomorrow.
You'll just have to listen to the whole show.
Just going to have to hear it.
Will there be a translator?
Yeah, I hope there's a person.
Otherwise, it's going to be very
I think he has a
uneventful.
handler.
Okay,
he's
great.
a fish, so he can't really talk that great.
And a celebrity.
Yeah.
Brad the Painter says, I'm sticking with you guys. That's because I don't have a smartphone, and the radio I'm listening to at work can't get AM, so I have no choice. Go M's. Thank you,
well,
Brad.
We'll take it any way we can get it, Brad.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's super nice of you to say it like that. And the food special at the food specials at the new at the Championship Series games. Nick and Everett says, I think that they would do better, and I'd like it more if they did more of a fair food style. Ribs are too messy. They do have a lot of cleanup that's required. These ribs, these with many sides. I don't know how somebody's going to navigate that in those seats. I mean, T-Mobile's a great park, but those are not spacious seats.
You imagine when somebody hits a home run and you leap to your feet in excitement, and all of a sudden there's a rack of ribs around the person in front of you's back.
Yes, exactly. Or the crab tower with caviar, creme fraiche.
Next thing you know, somebody's wearing it.
Those are projectiles for the field if we start losing.
100%. 100%. All right, Spike, tell us about some Reptile Zoo responses.
Okay, Matthew says, boots. That was all they found of the last person to hold him. Boom. Thank you, Matthew.
Boots was really sweet. So if you guys didn't get a chance to listen, at 1 o'clock we had Isaac Peterson, who runs the Reptile Zoo up there in Monroe, join us on the show. He was on a couple months ago, and they were
goodbye a couple months ago.
Saying goodbye, yeah. They were announcing sad news, but then the reaction from people, our listeners, and everybody who learned that they were at risk of having to shut down, just due to, they never caught back up after the closures of COVID. They actually had good news to share, which is that they're going to be able to stay open for the immediate future. And so he brought an alligator in studio. And that alligator came in. We all got to hold him. His name was Boots. It's a funny name. They didn't name him. They bought him like that. He was adorable, actually. Really super sweet. 23 years old. I think he was only, 24 inches, they said?
They said 24. I don't buy
1
it.
inch for every year.
Yeah.
And he was a sweet little alligator. The only thing was he peed a little bit, which is...
And thrashed a little bit.
And he thrashed.
Katie in Tacoma says, can you ask Jake how this compares to holding his baby?
There's actually less urine.
Which one?
With the alligator.
With the alligator, okay, fair.
And thankfully this guy didn't poop anywhere, which my baby does all the time. Now, my baby is mostly eating baby foods. This guy eats rats. That's his meal, is he eats rats, and he just had 4 rats today, I guess, for lunch. And so, thankfully, none of that was left over after his visit. But yeah, he's a sweet little alligator.
Well, and he scratched me, but I think it was on accident. He just got a little...
Tell us about this. He scratched you, and then
So I held him on the break, and he was very, very calm. And everyone was like, oh, you're so good with him. I was like, great. This is a talent I didn't know I had. And then suddenly he starts thrashing. I got a little too comfortable. And one of his claws got me I don't know how to say this. I should have worn a more high-cut shirt today.
I often say that about myself, too.
When Jason came into the studio, he goes, where'd you get scratched? And I pulled my shirt to show him. And I think he hissed at me louder than the alligator did.
He's like, you're on camera, Laura.
By the way, our social numbers have never been higher than they are today, Laura. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to read the last one here. This is from Janet in 206. Thanks so much for what you did for the Reptile Zoo. Janet, we couldn't be happier to help. Absolutely.
Yeah, great news there.
All right, we will see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a great night. And John Curley's coming up next, so tune in for that. All right, go Mariners.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan, presented by Carter Subaru.
It's one of the busiest roads in our area, and it's one of the most cheated on toll systems in the state. I'm talking 167. That free ride ends next week, and I'm going to tell you all about it in Choke Points, Tuesday morning on Seattle's Morning News.
Chris Sullivan's Choke Points on Seattle's Morning News. Get all of Sully's Choke Points at mynorthwest.com and the KIRO Newsradio app.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you too. Stubborn fat is really hard to get rid of, and then there's all those gimmicky lasers, fat freezing methods, and prescriptions. Imagine a simple solution that takes just 1 day and provides immediate noticeable results. Introducing ProSculpt. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe and gentle yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while fully awake, ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target those problem areas: waistline, neck, face, arms, thighs. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat and tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed 1-day procedure. ProSculpt is one and done. Schedule your free consultation at proscope.com for $250 off. For powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening that works for ladies and you men, it's proscope.com.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than the tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
After 35 years in the window industry, I know choosing the right team for your window or door project is a big decision. Adrian here, owner of Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Treating your home with care while offering top quality products is important to me. Our windows are 25% more energy efficient than Energy Star standards, reduce noise by up to 50%, and feature low maintenance, clean glass technology. Combined with our leading leak armor installation and lifetime warranty, you get protection for life. Visit LakeWashingtonWindows.com, a name you can trust.
Wellness. How do you practice it easily every day? At Olympic Hot Tub, we have more ways to achieve total wellness at home than ever before. Immerse yourself and let jets melt stress away in a saltwater hot spring spa. Swim in the privacy of your own backyard in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to cozy warmth and detox in an amazing Tilo sauna. Then awaken your mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Better you, better life.
Have you tried the dining district at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends and explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at BellevueCollection.com/dining district.
Do you know someone whose everyday actions make Washington stronger? Someone whose care, service, and connection lift us all. They're Washington's community champions, and WSECU wants to celebrate them this fall. Steve Rabel here. WSECU has been serving Washington since 1957, and they're the only credit union named Forbes' Best Credit Union 5 years running. Now it's your turn to get in the game. Nominate your Washington community champion today at mynorthwest.com/champion.
Your best source for local news, KIRO News Radio, KIRO.